What's going on, everyone? Welcome into another live watch along here on Forward Progress, part of the Hammer Betting Network and presented by FanDuel. I'm Rob Pizzola. I'm here with you for the duration of the evening. Vikings, Rams, hopefully a good game. Unfortunately, a game that I do not have much of an opinion on. Side or total, I haven't bet this. I just don't see much value in this market. I think there's a lot of uncertainty, even from an SGP standpoint for tonight. I'm really struggling to find something out here. I'm really struggling. A lot of people have noticed I'm not at the studio tonight. Long story short, we were supposed to record an interview for Circles Off this afternoon. It got canceled. I made my way home here. And because of that, we do have guests on tonight's show. Clive Bixby going to join me in the first quarter. Second half, we got Jeff Feinberg. We got Hitman. So they'll join me over the course of the show. But this game's going to start in 10 minutes. It's an 8 o'clock start. Lots of stuff is going to come off the board. And let's just get into it with the props that I like. Again, small wagers tonight. I haven't found a lot of stuff in the playoffs so far that I really love. In fact, the first week of the playoffs wildcard round, not very good for me from a sides and totals perspective. Better from a props perspective. Hopefully, we can hit some props tonight. Let's start on the Rams side of things. And we're going to go to the receiving, just the receptions market, which Jason has opened up on the screen right now. So I'm going to go and play a half unit on Tyler Higbee under on receptions. Tyler Higbee is back in the mix now. Obviously, he missed, I want to say, the first 15 weeks of the season, and he's slowly been ramping up. He's had this ramp-up period. He played 27 snaps last week. I don't know how the tight end situation is going to shape up for the Rams. It's something I'm going to monitor live in real time right now. But I do think that he is priced a little bit too high when you consider the fact that Colby Parkinson is also going to get a bunch of snaps. Davis Allen has been getting snaps as well. Even Hunter Long has been on the field. They basically have a 4 tight end rotation at this point right now. So I'm going to look to Higbee under 2.5 receptions, plus 108 right now. Just looking across the market, FanDuel does have best price. So play it at FanDuel. This is one in the early going that a little bit of speculation here because I'm not entirely sure how the tight end situation will break down. But that's where I'm starting. Half unit on Higbee. Now, I gave out one last night. I'm not sure if he's still listed here, Jason. Let's take a look at Tutu Atwell if he's on the board. It would be 1.5 receptions, heavily juiced towards the under, taken off the board. So we're going to bypass that altogether. You guys are lucky, spare you from losing a bunch of money on the 1.5 receptions, which I liked, not necessarily the receiving yards. Skip there. Let's go over. Actually, let's stay in receiving props, and we'll just go over to the Vikings side for now. I don't care how square it is. Receptions, Justin Jefferson, 6.5. I'm playing over. It's been juiced up to minus 128. It's a little bit heavy there, but this is do or die. There's no bona fide stud corner on the Los Angeles Rams. You'll see a lot of different coverages, but ultimately he is going to have a good matchup no matter where he is on the field. I'm not convinced that this is going to be the Vikings just trying to run the ball and shield Sam Darnold. That's not a Kevin O'Connell thing to do. And the change of venue here puts this in a location where ticket sales have been projected to be about 55% Vikings fans in this game. So that's something that I'm just going to go with my gut here. And I mean, a little bit of numbers as well. I'm going to play Justin Jefferson over 6.5 total receptions here. Dean in the chat says Justin Jefferson over 27.5 longest. I like that for a look. Okay, so just because I glossed over it really quickly, was it Tutu Atwell over or under receptions? It was under on receptions, 1.5. It's heavily juiced out there. I played some minus 170 there. I would go all the way up to minus 195 or so, which is relatively what I think is the fair price. But listen, you don't have to bet that. If you're allergic to juice, you don't like to each their own. I don't mind sometimes. I'm in on that from earlier today. Finally, on the Vikings side, let's head over to rushing props. I don't do this all that often where I go attempts instead of yardage, but I'm going to go Aaron Jones under 14.5 rushing attempts. This is twofold for me. One, I'm not convinced Aaron Jones is right. Two, Cam Akers has actually been okay in getting backup reps, and we've seen that happening over the course of many weeks right now. I think this is a little bit too high on Aaron Jones. Third thing that I like about the Vikings is that even when they are ahead, they do tend to pass the ball a lot in those types of game states as well. They don't get timid and run and things of that nature. So those are going to be the official 3 for the show tonight. That is Tyler Higbee under, Justin Jefferson over, and Aaron Jones under on rushing attempts. I do want to point out I had some leans that I ultimately didn't play. One of them, obviously, I gave out the Tutu Atwell, not available at FanDuel in particular, also heavily juiced. I leaned TJ Hawkinson over receptions at plus money. That's one thing I like as well. I've already played Puka Nacua over on rushing yards. Paul Frotto asked me about that. Ultimately, this angle has not been good this week. I do got to own it. Historically has been. I still am not over the Marvin Mims yesterday, but that's the situation for that. Now, SGP tonight is really challenging. I don't like a side in the game. I don't see a lot of opportunity to build something that is nice. Instead, I'm just going to go to an alt yard market, and we're going to use that as our we're going to use that as our like longer shot play today. So what I want to do, and this is kind of correlated with Aaron Jones under on rush attempts, I want to ladder Cam Akers alternate rush yards. His usage has been fairly decent recently. You do have some serious wide receiver threats for the Vikings, which might open things up when Cam Akers is in the game as well. So I like playing 25 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus would be a reach. But if I was going to pick someone on either of these two teams that I think might be go off relative to projections, I think it would be Cam Akers. It is, note, Akers was sick. There's flu going around the entire league right now. There's been a lot of illness on injury reports as well. But I'm going with Akers, alternate overs, just ladder those. So what I mean by that is you take the 25 plus at a small unit size, you go even smaller for 40 plus. Pretty common technique nowadays. All right. Appreciate you, Dean. Glad we're on the same page for this particular one. Dictator J shared a SGP prior to the show. He's going with the Sam Darnold pumpkin parlay. Rams money line, 2+ interceptions, under 22.5 completions. I'm interested in the look. If I was going to play something around Sam Darnold, though, I would prefer to play it the other way, which is like the Sam Darnold shows you that last week was a fluke type of game. I just don't see the prices, to play that, honestly. Dean says Rob Lang -128 versus -115. Never thought I'd see the day. No, I don't do that, Dean. Honestly, I think you always go best price in market, shop around. Obviously, FanDuel is our sponsor. We bring them up on screen as much as possible, but I would recommend getting down at the best price wherever you can. One thing I do love about FanDuel, though, is best prices on touchdowns. So let's quickly look at the touchdown scorer market for tonight's games. We might as well just play Cam Akers, honestly. Plus 400 at FanDuel. It's the theme of the night for us, which is Cam Akers, maybe a little bit undervalued. And he's been good to us on this stream before. Almost cashed a huge one because of Akers. I'll show my loyalty. Plus 400, by far the best price in market at FanDuel. I think that is a decent anytime touchdown score bet. First touchdowns are harder to find a little bit of value with. Just looking at the board right now and see if anything pops out to me, which so far, nothing. I mean, Kyron Williams is the chalk. Don't want to go that route. Maybe Jalen Naylor would be a decent option at 26-1. First touchdown. You know what? I'll fire that as a dart as well. I'll fire Jalen Naylor as a dart, 26-1. This is going to be a very small bet. like $5 if you're $100 unit better. Paul says Hawk. I like the matchup for Hawk. I do. He's just being priced accordingly. He's being priced like it is a good matchup for him, generally. So I don't know that I see much to go with Hawkinson there overall. Kupp overs. Honestly, no. I could get behind Nacua unders. Like when we're talking about receiving yardages in the 90s, I could get behind Nacua unders. I can't get behind Kupp overs. Kupp did have a good game against the Vikings last time they played, but Kupp, he's got something going on right now. This is not narrative based. I watch a lot of football over the course of the week. His separation numbers are not good. I can't get behind Kupp overs. I can't. Connor Hartle sharing his SGP. Nacua 25 plus rush. Akers 25 plus rush. Rams minus 2.5. 95-1. So going for the big payout there. Big payout there. MRM says if you take Nacua unders, then pair with Kupp overs. I'm not going with Kupp overs. I think he's been very, very overpriced down the stretch this year. I know Hitman released it. He's been talking to me about it all day. It was, I think, 49.5. Probably been betting up a little bit. I can see a lot of design plays to Kupp in the early going to get him involved. Do we have a first quarter receiving yardage number on Cooper Kupp? I wouldn't hate that type of look because he really has not been relevant in games for a while now. So certainly design plays maybe. I might have talked myself into this, honestly. I might have talked myself into this. We don't need to add on. It's not doing much to the pricing. All right, let's do this. Let's do 8.5 first quarter receiving yards for a half unit. Cooper Kupp over. Just as is. Minus 110. I'm into that now. I'm into that. Some set plays in the early going. Run some screens to him. But he's stunk for a while now. And it's really hard. Really hard to bet overs on Kupp. As a reminder, those thumbs ups, they really help. Hit that thumbs up down below. Smash that like button. Goes a long way. YouTube serves our content out in real time. We can grow our viewership. Appreciate everyone who's been in here for these live watch alongs. If you have been in here and you're not subbed here to Forward Progress, it's kind of like a vanity metric, but every sub helps anyways. Hit that subscribe button. You can set notifications. You'll get notified when we go live in the future. Now, wildcard weekend is unfortunately coming to a close. We still have this one last game to bet on, and you should bet on it at FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. We're huge fans of the product here at Forward Progress. We use FanDuel on our live watch alongs, not only because they're our sponsor, but because they're just a great product all around. And frankly, if we didn't have a sponsor for Forward Progress, we probably would be bringing up FanDuel live in-game as well, because they have tons of in-game betting options. They're always up. They post stuff very, very quickly in and out of breaks. It's a really complete sportsbook. And right now, all customers get a no sweat bet SGP and a 30% profit boost token on tonight's Vikings at Rams game. That means you can pump up your gridiron winnings. FanDuel has tons of ways you can get in on the action, money line, spreads, player props, and more. Plus, super simple live betting, lightning fast bet settlement, and instant withdrawals. FanDuel makes betting on the NFL easier than ever before. If you are betting SGPs tonight, make sure you use the no sweat bet. Works for live as well. 30% profit boost. Got to use that stuff. Visit FanDuel.com/Forward Progress to download FanDuel today. You must be 21 plus and present in select states, or 18 plus and present in DC. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms for offers at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. Visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. All right.
I just need to jump in here. Someone in our chat is riding a 7 touchdown parlay that only needs Justin Jefferson and Kyron Williams to complete it. I had to bring that up.
All right.
I played a tiny bit amount on JJ and Kyron just to ride with Kev Stick 6. So
yep.
Do it that way you will.
Yep. Paul says walking bet releases Rams plus 2.5. Good enough for me to bet Skull. I'm not going to lie to you. I have some Hawkinson overs, and I did see that as a release as well. And part of me died a little bit inside, to be completely honest. Such is life. Just hope we get it tonight. I think Drew asked earlier, what side does Rob lean? Honestly, I lean Vikings. I'm right on market number, as close as it gets. I lean Vikings. Part of me thinks last week was just an anomaly. It is tough to get it out of my head. You do have to account for that game, but no real strong opinion. Maybe we'll find something live. And honestly, I'm going to be as impartial as possible here because we didn't have a bet going into the game. So I'll watch this in the early going and we'll see how it goes. We'll try to find some action in real time tonight. We haven't done to catch a pass in a while. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that either. All right. Marcus says Vikings route, very possible in my opinion. I would agree. I think it's there. Oh, last thing I didn't talk about here. Matt Stafford is priced at a half rushing yard. I just noticed that now. He did not have a rushing yard in the playoff loss last year, but when they went to the Super Bowl, what was that, 2021? Every single game he had at least 3 carries. I do think the Vikings can generate some serious pressure as well. It's very tempting. It's very tempting to take that over half. Honestly, let's add it to the mix. I'm going to bet it right now. I've convinced myself. Can't wait for Stafford to have a 7-yard kneel down at the end of the game. We've seen these quarterbacks going off in the playoffs from a rushing yards perspective. It's a half yard. I know they don't sneak a lot. That's the concern. They hand off more. He is older. He had a bye week last week. Don't forget, Stafford had a bye last week. I'm hitting it. I'm in. Durso says take his anytime 21-1 too. I swear I've never bet a Matt Stafford anytime touchdown. That's 1. Every single time I've had a remotely close chance, guy is like sneaks at the 1 and doesn't get it. I can't get there, but I will root for you. Durso, Darnold, and Stafford anytime TDs like that. All right. It's really weird tonight seeing him in the waiting room because it's a Monday. It's not Sunday. Clive Bixby steps up and in. Forward progress. Clive?
What's going on?
Just going.
Rough weekend.
Yeah, I didn't have a good weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't have a good weekend. Today recorded a very long episode of Circle Back, which will be out tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time, roughly. You're going to set your notifications on the Circles Off YouTube channel, or you can listen to that on the way to work. Hopefully you have a 2.5-hour drive to work.
Oh,
I think that's what the running time's going to be. But then got stiffed for a Circles Off interview. I won't say got stiffed. And you kind of knew it was coming, but officially confirmed. So yeah, I just came home and going to watch the game now with not much of a rooting interest because I don't have...
Yeah, I got nothing tonight.
People were last night. They're like, "Where's Clive? It's Sunday night."
I know. It's just not the same.
It feels weird. Felt really weird. First quarter was the sauce last night. Kyle Crumbs. I enjoyed the conversation with him, but it just wasn't Sunday night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, no disrespect to the guy. I have never seen that guy before either, and I wasn't aware of your prior Circles Off content around the sauce.
Yeah. Well,
he was interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I like the guy. I think he's a good guy. Everyone in the chat knows that it was Blez. Yeah, it was Blez. I was supposed to interview Blez today. It didn't happen. I don't want people roasting him now. Right? I'm going to give him a chance to make it up. But I'm telling you, if this guy doesn't show up for an interview with me at some point in the next month, or he goes on some other program first, he will become a target. He will be in the crosshairs. I'll tell you right now.
I think that's fair and reasonable. I was trying to come up with an analog for him, like who he's like.
There is no one. No one.
Yeah, he's got some Trent in him, but I think unintentionally.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Next week, I do have an interview booked for Circles Off that I think people will get excited about as well. I that's all I'm going to say. No spoilers. But yeah, Blez is on. He's been put on notice. I mean, once you commit, once you tell someone like, yeah, I'm good for that day. Anyways, stuff comes up. But I was going to ask him like the hard hitting questions. This ain't going to be like a fluff piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's not going to be a fluff piece.
I mean, listen, it's clear he wants the attention. Like I think that's objective one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. He's an AI combination of a few guys. Yeah, I could see that.
Totally can see that as well. All right, we'll stop talking about him. I agree. We're moving on. How did you do this weekend? Did you have anything going on? I know you had Packers team total under, which was easy winner.
Yeah. No, actually, I did no live betting yesterday, no prop betting. Went and met up with a couple friends of mine. We watched the games. They belong to a country club on the shore. Had a nice poker game. Watched some playoff football. Had some drinks. It was a good day.
Man, that's like my dream day right there. That's how I did Super Bowl last year.
I did that few
game. Good food. Some pops. Oh, it's good, man. That's just there's nothing better than that.
I honestly can't remember the last time I played live poker either, on top of it.
I know. I barely play nowadays. It's good every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like you have that one night, you get it out of your system, and then you move on. And you hit any of these early games for next week?
No, not yet. The only thing that I saw that I have some early interest in is Buffalo. That's it so far.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have Buffalo future, so at the same time.
Yeah. So this is where I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get any Baltimore early, because I kind of make the game where it is right now, which is Baltimore. Well, I'm closer to pick 'em, I guess. But subjectively, I did want to bet Baltimore. And now, whatever. You know what? If I don't make another bet on a side or total this year, it's not going to be the end of the world, frankly. But I'm not surprised by that move at all. It is weird to see Buffalo as a home dog, but I'm not surprised with that move at
all. What has surprised me is that I know it makes sense. The total just seems a little high to me.
Yeah, I'm at. Let me see what I'm at on the exact total. 51.3. I'm a lit. So I guess yeah, but not much.
Yeah, nothing else. I mean, the Washington-Detroit total opened big. I can't remember the last playoff game that's been mid-50s. I'm not saying it didn't happen last year. I just don't remember it if it did. But I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Chiefs teasers feel really good to me with pretty much anyone, like just as many options as possible. I guess technically you could do Rams tonight if someone wanted to. Detroit's in teaser range for next week. Buffalo as of now. There's some decent options, I think, with Chiefs teasers. I don't know what else I could possibly do for next week. I think a lot of these lines are tight. Free 88 says I'm on Chiefs Lions teaser. Ohio State, yeah, could put Ohio State in there as well.
That's true. I wouldn't mind looking. No, I shouldn't say that. I have no. I normally have a team total or something that I like, and I'm really not feeling strongly about anything right now.
Yeah. So from a numbers perspective on the first 3 games relative to market right now, I would slightly lean KC and slightly lean Washington. I just don't know that I want to bet either of those. I almost feel like betting KC money line. But it's so expensive.
Or what about the opposite direction? I could see some KC alts.
Yeah. So I'm glad you bring that up, because people think of KC and they think of the team that struggled to win by margin this year. I'm not convinced that that's going to be the same team in the playoffs with Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown back in the mix, and receiving core looks so much better now. When adding Hopkins mid-season, Brown there now, they get the bye week. I feel like this game has huge blowout potential. Chiefs Texans.
I do too. So that's something that I'll look at a little bit. Andy Reid, wouldn't be surprised if he's holding out most of the good plays, even the 15-win season. And Stroud, I could see struggling a ton in this game. A ton.
Yeah. Spagnuolo, good defensive coordinator. Jalen Watson might be back at corner for the Chiefs. He spent the majority of the year on IR, and they had Najee Johnson being the starting corner, and he was just getting picked on for week after week after week before they made the switch to Josh Williams there. But like having Watson back in the mix, and I don't know that he's going to play. He was just activated off of IR, but that would be, man. It just feels like it's like Groundhog Day, man. Chiefs playoffs. Don't really want to fade that in any capacity.
Yeah, I mean, Josh or Lamar going to Kansas City.
Yeah. You know what interests me about that the Bills Ravens game the most? I'll tell you what interests me the most about, aside from it being a great game. There are so many people that I've talked to that have a super strong opinion on that game. Like they love one of the two sides, whether it's Baltimore or Buffalo. Like I have heard almost everyone I talk to, I don't want to pull like the Simon Hunter. I talked to all these sharp, but almost everyone I talk to today has a real strong opinion on that game. And I'm like, how? I don't
get that either.
Like the number that it kind of has to be. Talked about this last night. I thought, okay, maybe more so pick or Baltimore really tiny favorite, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how you feel like incredibly strongly about anything. Like even like the night game yesterday, I could see having a strong opinion one way or the other.
Yep.
But I will say this upcoming weekend is my favorite weekend of football. For some people, it's a championship Sunday. For me, I feel like you normally get 3 or 4 good matchups this weekend, sometimes 4, and the games are normally better than the wild card weekend.
Yeah. Back in the day, they used to suck because there would be 2 buys, and those teams coming off the bye weeks had a huge advantage.
Yeah, true.
I would almost like to. I was listening to Simple Handicap this morning, and Chernoff was talking about how like the 2-7 matchups tend to really, for the most part, have resulted in big blowouts ever since they've introduced the 7 seed. So, he's like, should the NFL go back to the 6 teams? The problem is that it just introduces big blowouts in the second round of the playoffs when all these teams are off of buys, really. That's always been the case. I kind of wouldn't mind going to 8 teams and having more playoff games and having no buys, if I'm being completely honest with you.
You're not the first person to say that for sure.
Who would be the teams that would have got in? It would have been what, the Colts or Dolphins? Dolphins?
I think the Dolphins were the next team out.
And the Falcons maybe, or Seahawks?
Seahawks.
Like Seahawks Lions would have been an interesting first round. Lions would probably still win, but I would watch the game and bet it. I would watch Dolphins at Chiefs and bet it.
Oh, of course. I think what's hard is
Bengals. Good point. Yeah, well, that would have been a real challenge. It would have been Burrow versus. Yeah, why not? Give me Burrow versus Mahomes. Who says no? Would love that. Would love that.
so that brings up another point. What are your thoughts on being able, if you go to 8 teams, I'd love an NFL you pick your team, like meaning you pick your opponent.
I love that idea. Big pass to Puka Nacua on the first play of the game.
That was easy.
27-yarder. I really think that I would have thought that the Rams would come out running. It looked like the Vikings were playing very close to the line of scrimmage. They're expecting early down run. My play clock is at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and then we get the handoff to Kyron Williams for a yard. Where are we?
By like 8 seconds. You're 8 seconds ahead of me.
A little bit ahead. It's unusual.
I know.
Unusual situation.
And Jason, the Chiefs say no, but in my scenario, the Chiefs get to choose who they play the first round.
Right. I like that better. Put 8 teams in the playoffs and have the one pick who they play
first.
Because you would want, it's not, you don't want to play the Bengals in the first round. You want to dodge that. And in this instance, probably would have picked, the Broncos, I guess.
Steelers? I think so. No, probably the Steelers.
Oh, big catch. Not Higbee. Of course, Higbee. This guy laid out for it. This guy's a tight end. I'm toast, man.
Wow.
Tell me it hit the ground. Ooh. Little juggling act there.
Moretto's going to lose his shit early tonight.
I don't think it actually hit the ground, though. I think it just like hit his arm and he lost it, but never hit the ground.
Yeah, like it stayed off of the ground the whole time. And
No, it's definitely not one.
I mean, what a throw.
Oh, yeah. This is the screen to Nacua that goes for nothing. Oh, sorry. I'm going to stop spoiling for you.
That's all right.
Unless it's big. I'll be interested to see what we get for the Rams. Probably have already shifted to favorites in the game, if I'm guessing. They close -2. They go down the field. They're in field goal range. It's probably close to pick 'em right now. Let me just pull up FanDuel.
Yeah.
Actually, it is exact pick 'em right now.
Okay. Oh, this is the worst.
Yeah.
When I'm on my desktop, I can't get onto the location services thing is a problem where I'm at in Jersey right now for some reason.
Yeah. Oh my God. Was that another Higbee? Just kiss it goodbye. In fact, this might be the worst wager I've ever made in my life.
Would you have under Higbee receptions 2.5?
Yeah. Still live. I'm just convincing myself it's still live.
Sure. Well, 46 minutes to go, roughly. You got this.
I talked this over with Hitman like late afternoon today. And we were both like, we like Higbee under, but it could be the game. Like they could have been ramping him up towards this for a while. Timeout. We're going to go Rams first drive to score a TD. Higbee. 3rd and 7 is not the greatest time to bet it. I mean, it'll give you longer odds because they got to convert it here. But
so here's a question. Say they get 5, 4th and 2. McVay go, McVay kick.
I think McVay will, I don't know, kick. He does. The problem with McVay, so Lord McD says McVay loves field goals. Don't forget. But he also has been inconsistent with these types of situations this year.
Yes.
That makes it more challenging. I think he would take 3 because it's a playoff game, and I think he's like...
Just wants to score first and momentum and, play with the lead.
Yeah. A little bit of a Todd Bowles vibe, that fucking late field goal yesterday.
He is a horrible, horrible head coach. From a...
Oh. Well, you called it because we're going to see now.
I swear I'm not ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. He He's definitely short. So it's going to be 4th and 1.
Where's the...
Gilmore was on Kupp there, and he was just glued to him. There's no offense is staying out on the field. Could we get our Stafford rushing yard here? I wouldn't hate it. He doesn't look like he's in a position to sneak it, though. The way that he is bent under center. I don't know how guys make this mistake, man. I don't know how it happens. I mean, I do know how it happens. It's adrenaline, but like you gotta not be afraid that. Bullard.
Like there's one thing you can't do.
You know what?
Don't jump.
I see Fez in the chat tonight. Fez, you just got to tell your players, stay on side. You got one thing to do.
One thing.
Stay on side.
You got one job.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what they do. Do you have any first TDs? Chad have any first TDs?
Yeah, but it's not who just caught it. I mean, listen, it's the very obvious. What a drive, by the way. Amazing drive. That's the best the Rams offense has looked with Stafford in a long time, because they actually did look really good with Garoppolo last week somehow.
Yeah, flawless.
Yeah. Yep. Man.
Flawless.
Oh, it's just a great play design. Everyone forgot Kyren Williams existed. Everyone forgot.
Yeah. All right, who do you assign the most blame to on the fumble yesterday in Tampa?
Baker.
75%, 100%?
No, yeah, like mostly
75,
Baker.
80. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I feel really bad. He had a great season, but that was a catastrophic play. And then they had that field goal that they settled for. It was 2nd and 1 on that drive. And they got nothing on 2nd down, and then 3rd down, somebody fucked up the snap count. Yeah, messed up.
From what I read, it was a premature snap by the center.
The center didn't know the snap. That's what it seemed like. None of the O-line reacted, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That was challenging. What are you going to do, man? Such is life. And then Bowles kicks a field goal, which Bowles will do. Obviously, everyone in the world knows to go for it. He doesn't. They give up a drive, come down the other way, score. Kick a field goal to win off the upright.
Yeah. Did any of my real rooting interests lose? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. I had a hard time pulling the trigger on Houston. Did you go the other way that game or no?
I didn't play that game. Not for a meaningful amount, let's just say.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. I mean, Right Angle Sports had the under in that game. You know how painful of an under that is to lose on a fucking blocked kick that gets returned for 2 points, plus the pick six. Like, what a way! Like, that was horrendous.
I know we not gave out. That's not the right word. I was high on the Packers under when we went through last week, and then you had what? You had Tampa -2.5 juiced.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I said I liked the first 2 unders on Saturday, so that would have been a split though.
Mm-hmm.
But that would have been a rough, like you said, that would have been a rough loss with the under.
Painful. Directionally, I leaned over that game. Would have been very lucky. Yeah, I'd rather not relive these games, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it wasn't a great weekend. Wasn't a great weekend.
So how did you end up with a 2.5 hour circle back? Are you splitting it? Are you doing like a teaser, like where you cut it off right in the middle of something good, and then people got to come back the next day?
Talked about it, but it's going to be it's just going to be one full. I honestly don't even know, man. Sometimes you just get talking and you don't realize. I had a rant on pretty unexpected personality, I would say. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
had a blow up moment. There's lots of feuds on Twitter this week. Lots of feuds.
I know. It's been like since right before. I feel like right before New Year's, like things just kind of blew up.
Mm-hmm. Really did. All right, Vikings got the ball.
What do we think Darnold does here? Like, if you're handicapping this game, do you expect last game you throw it out? Do you weight it heavily? Do you just weight it a little bit?
No, it definitely matters in the grand scheme of things. It was a high leverage game where he played really poorly. I mean, Vikings are up to, let's see, plus 136 money line. FanDuel, just looking across the board here. I actually think that's the best price I see. Yeah, it is.
I don't know that I would have called the first down run there. Not an
outside run. I don't know. I
want to get Darnold confidence as much as possible, as quickly as possible.
That's not the way you do it. That's not the way you do it. Yeah.
Oh, this is where he holds it into a sack. Got it.
You don't want to start with like a 3rd and 20 on the first series of the game.
Yeah, he's seeing ghosts.
I just really wanted to see a good game tonight. That's what I was hoping for. I'm like, I want to go on air and see a great game. Is that too much to ask for? Look at this Rams defensive formation here. All right, we'll take the Jefferson catch. We'll start there.
Hey, well, he completed one. What's Daniel Jones? Is the 3rd quarterback?
Emergency. Yeah.
When do we see him?
He can only play if the other 2 quarterbacks get injured.
I know.
I would be really interested to see him play.
You can get 2 quarterbacks in the tent by the half.
Both are in concussion protocol.
He just couldn't care less.
Yeah. Both are in concussion protocol. That would be, I think Nick Mullins is the backup there. It's like, well, Nick Mullins didn't even play a snap. Well, he's in protocol. He's in the protocol.
The 2 quarterbacks were talking. They fell by the bench. We're going to need Daniel Jones stat.
Yeah. James C says, can Nick Mullins be as good once as he ever has? Well, the problem with Mullins is he's allergic. Like he will throw 3 interceptions a game. He cannot help himself. This is what happened down the stretch last year. You'd watch him drive up and down the field. You're like, well, Mullins is okay. He's going to give you like 3 turnovers.
Yeah. He is like Jameis on speed and steroids of decision making in the poor variety. He has no ball security. He is fun to watch. He keeps the game going and in action.
Yeah.
Good once, as I feel like that's it's a reference to something. What is that? Good. Can he be as good as he ever was once?
Oh, it's a Toby Keith song. I mean, I'm not going to be I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I had no shot. It sounded familiar.
Yeah, it didn't for me. I just thought that, honestly, the first thing that went through my mind is maybe James C. has been sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine.
My reaction to the Eagles, Seth. In what way? I couldn't win yesterday. As a Bears fan and somebody who hates the Eagles, like I can't win that. Like either Green Bay wins and I'm pissed, or the Eagles win and I'm pissed.
I despise the Eagles. Despise them.
And then did you see the thing with the fan and the woman? Yeah, disgrace.
Mm-hmm. hard-hitting questions here. Do you live in a pizza oven / dungeon / basement?
All the above.
Mm-hmm. Looks that way.
Yeah. No. This is brownstone, so almost all of them have, this brick behind.
Yeah, I like the
And
brick look. It's very,
nice, yeah.
It's very classic. It's nice.
It's not bad.
I got some exposed brick in my house here. It was part of
Do you?
it was part of the
The allure.
yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Cowboys coaching take, Rob. Okay. I got a bunch of these questions about the
and how do I feel about McCarthy? Good. All right, you go first.
I just, like I'm at the lowest I've ever been as a Cowboys fan. I feel so incredibly defeated as a Cowboys fan right now that I don't even know. Like I just feel like they're going to make bad decision after bad decision. McCarthy is not a good coach. In my opinion, he's also not a terrible coach. He's somewhere in like the middle of what exists out there right now. But it's all relative to whoever ends up being the option for them. But now they can't even negotiate with Ben Johnson. They have to wait till the season is done to interview him because of the fact that they let McCarthy go outside of the window. That it's just a catastrophic issue. Well, we're cooked on Higbee officially now. Can mark that one an L. Me and Hitman took a beating on Higbee.
This is a perfect game plan for Flores' style of defense so far. I mean, holy shit.
Okay, but they did it. So the first time around when Flores faced the Rams, he talked about it after the game and said they were caught off guard by Puka Nacua playing on that Thursday. They didn't have time to switch the game plan, but they're playing the exact same style of defense right now. Like they're just dropping into zone coverage on every play. Stafford's getting the ball out quickly, and there's guys wide open. This is the exact same as the beginning of what was it, week 8, week 9, Thursday Night Football?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't have much of a rooting interest in this game. I guess technically as a Bears fan, I should want the Vikings to lose. And then, Moretto has to go through a little bit of pain. But I guess I don't care all that much either way. But, I mean, McVay is not running first. So whatever they talked about,
yeah,
they have the right game plan and they're executing well.
Yeah. Did anyone look today? I was recording today. I wasn't at a computer much. Were there look aheads posted on Vikings, Eagles, and Rams, Eagles? Out of curiosity,
I didn't see. I had only looked at FanDuel earlier, but I didn't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't looking all day either.
Yeah.
I can tell you that they're not on FanDuel. That's all I can say. I didn't see any. Same answer as Clive. Useful.
This makes sense with where the game was priced tonight. Jack Fletcher said FanDuel had them, so Jason is just making stuff up.
Well, what did you think of the Eagles' performance as a whole?
Pretty much exactly what I expected. Defense really good, offense not so much. Oh, man. This is just so easy right now. So easy. I think he was down, no? Do you think he actually fumbled that? Or was he down?
I thought he did.
I couldn't tell if the ground caused the fumble or not. Oh, no, it was out. It was out right before he got to the ground.
Yeah.
Right out before he got to the ground.
Wow. Well, good job, Nacua, just getting right on the ball.
Mm-hmm. Higbee's going to have a million catches tonight. Like a million. This is so easy, man. It is so easy for the Rams right now. They're averaging 11.1 yards per play right now.
Oh, what's this flag for?
Late one, maybe ineligible downfield. One of those. I have no idea.
It was so late. Unless there was another one thrown and I just missed.
It was a personal foul after the play on the Rams.
Giving them the biz.
Come back 15 yards.
Fuck. Bo.
I hope Higbee gets 10 catches tonight. I'd love that for him. That way his numbers can go up for next week, and I can fade him next week and lose by a little bit less. You know, that's all I'm hoping for in life.
I mean, it's a good strategy.
I hate these calls, by the way.
That seemed a little soft. I mean, was it necessary?
No, but like, it's definitely
the player
soft.
wasn't. I mean, it wasn't so far after the tackle. It seemed like he wasn't even down yet.
I mean, it's such a drive killer too. Like it was going to be, it was going to be 2nd and 1, becomes 2nd and 16. Now they're facing 3rd and 16 because of.
Oh, it's absolutely
pretty soft call. Pretty soft call.
But I think it's a very soft call, yeah. Mm-hmm. And they can't wait to kick this field goal.
Yeah. MRM says way better to lose by a lot. I honestly don't care whether it's painful or it's just that I actually have to try to really think about how many bets I've placed in my life. Because at this point, I'm like numb to it all.
What's my most painful loss?
The one I remember, I don't want to say I remember the most, but I remember it being extreme pain. I was living in a condo. So it was between like 2010 and 2015. It was a bowl game involving Washington State.
Okay.
It was a massive lead that was blown in that game. Someone's got to remember that. Rams are trying a field goal. I got to look up this game. I lost that game. And it was excruciating. Excruciating. Mike B seems to know what I'm talking about. Washington State bowl game. Loss. Mike Leach was the coach. That's all I remember. Versus TCU or something like that. Jake says I was John Hudson. That's a bad one. Nick Chubb going out of bounds at 2, although that was kind of right. So yeah, they blew 31 at the half. In 2013, gotta love AI, Gemini. Washington State lost to the Colorado State Rams in the New Mexico Bowl. The final score was 48-45. I have to look up that box score. Jason, if you could bring that up on screen at some point. I don't know what the score was in that game. 34-3, Andrew says. Oh my God, man. I don't even want to remember that. But I remember it vividly because that was still at a time where I was a losing bettor and I needed those wins to overcome things a lot.
That's painful.
Yeah, it was just a disastrous end of that game. 48-45. What a fuck. I'm not going to read the whole scripts, but thank you, Jason, for finding. I don't even know that I want to relive this. Yeah, it wasn't quite as drastic. 35-13 was there. Okay, maybe it's just feels worse than I remember it. It's the two late scores. It's 45-30 with 2:52 left in the game, basically. That's the one. Ugh. Pain.
I think the most ridiculous loss was a baseball under. It was 0-0 going into the 7th.
Yeah.
Mariners
game, Kyle Seager hit a walk-off grand slam in extra innings. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Mariners White Sox. I think.
So, like my last, and this, I was in college. I didn't make a sports bet for I don't know how long because playoffs. I think I had under 8.5, and like JT Snow hit a grand slam to tie it, and then it had to go to extras, and I lost, and I lost the side too. That was really bad. And then the Yankees total that I had, this was post COVID, so they had the extra inning rule.
Yeah.
I think the Yankees blew 4 saves, which had never happened before.
Oh.
So it ended up going into the 11th. Yeah, whatever. Luckily, that wasn't big money, but at the time, it was like I've never seen anything so ridiculous.
I mean, there's so many that are coming up here. The Belk Bowl is a very I mean, the Falcons +3 in the Super Bowl to the Patriots is brutal. That's
true.
That is a terrible one. Orlando's mentioning this one. This was I think it was Colts.
Colts.
Not a few years ago, right?
Yep.
It was like was it a primetime game? It was Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was playing for the Colts in that game. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it was prime time. I think it was just 4:00 game, but you could be right.
Or like a Saturday game or something, like a weird scheduling game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holiday game. That's what it was. Okay. So it was like a Saturday game late in the season. I remember being at my parents watching the first half, and my brother-in-law had the Vikings in Survivor in that game. And he's like, oh, I should have never trusted these guys or whatever. Yeah. Insane.
Why are you running it on first down?
All right. God.
All right, play action. They established the run.
Now, if I ask the chat, what was your biggest win ever? How many of you actually remember that? Out of curiosity. Because I could tell you at least 10 horrible beats before I could tell you my biggest win. It's real sad.
It's the same thing with poker too. Like I can't remember any of the big hands that I've won like huge pots. I don't remember. I can remember a couple really bad ones though.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 1, shotgun. Not a good throw, but
not a good throw. Not a good throw. Great catch.
Jeez.
Great catch for that throw, man. Holy shit.
Warm up Daniel Jones.
All right. A lot of you guys do remember your good wins. Hold on to those.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Those
1,000 on 100 to 1. Flacco comeback. All right, Mike. That's that. Yeah, I could see that being a good one.
Yeah. Mike was part of that train, huh? A lot of people were the Joe Burrow one as well.
I enjoyed the Paolo Banchero.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. That was a good one. This is a really random question. CJ Ham, anytime touchdown? Oh, Jefferson wide open. The Vikings are going to win this game.
Another play action. Good thing they ran the ball. Was that hit late or no? Like,
I think it was a little late. No,
I mean,
no, it wasn't. It was good.
It was
good. Yeah, it was good. He just didn't know he was there.
Oh, fair enough.
There's lots of chat going on tonight. Appreciate everyone who's in here.
Yeah,
really makes the time go by. It's much more enjoyable when everyone is active. I said the Vikings are going to win this game, and Darnold immediately takes a sack.
It's fun. Well, you don't have a second quarter, do you?
No, it's just me and Jason. It's tough, man.
Poor Jason.
No, it's okay, man. It would have just been me and him for the entire game tonight.
Carlos.
All right, there's Hawk. There's Hawk Daddy. This is going to be the end of the first quarter here. I would like to
Please
get
stay.
involved at some point.
Well, I would like something to feel good about betting. What's the Vikings price money line right now?
It's going to be like roughly plus 160. Yeah, FanDuel 158 live right now.
Plus 3.5.
That's not a good enough price for me to bet the money line.
No, it's not. Anytime touchdown score.
No, I think I'm just gonna fire a bunch of darts on the catch a pass to keep myself interested moving forwards. I think that's what it's gonna have to be. Has Tyler Higbee been adjusted up? Yeah, he has a lot. Now the third most likely to catch a pass. I'd argue he's probably second. I don't even know. Cooper Kupp wasn't even on the field half the time there.
My opinion on McCarthy is I don't want him at all, but there are worse choices.
McCarthy is his clock management, like late in halves, will make your head want to explode. But he's better than I originally gave him credit for after all these years. Not that I think he's putting a team over the top. I'm not suggesting that. But when you look around the league and you see so many of these guys that are just terrible, it could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. I can tell you definitely who I don't want to see. I don't want to see Jared Mayo. I don't want to see Antonio Pierce. So as long as those guys stay out of there, that's good.
How is Mayo getting another head coaching gig?
I'm just saying, like, it could be worse. Like, these are two guys that got hired and got head coaching jobs. So would I rather have McCarthy than two guys who coach like that? Yes. I mean, I think Ben Johnson would be my first choice.
Yeah. If Dion is the next head coach of the Cowboys, Rob does. Honestly, I just move on with life. Continue to expect the worst out of my franchise. And by some chance, off chance, if it doesn't happen that way, I'll be happy. But that's my life as a Cowboys fan now. It's my life as a Cowboys fan. What are you going to do? I mean,
he left with an entourage. So I went to go see them at the Alamo Bowl. So it was obviously Dion.
Yeah.
And it felt more like the Dion show than anything else. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I hear you. Marcus says, if you could pick the coach, who would it be? So this is anyone who's available now, I guess. I would pick Ben Johnson. Make that very. I think that we don't know what Ben Johnson is, but he's exhibited being so far above average as an offensive coordinator that I would pick Ben Johnson.
Yeah, Ben would be my first choice. Liam Cohen would probably be my second.
They're going to have a decision to make here as well. KOC cucked. He pulled a pure cuck moves last week. I won't be surprised if they kick here.
This feels like insta kick.
I mean, when your defense can't stop anything, you might as well put 3 on the board.
Yeah.
Obviously. So I was listening to Simple Handicap this morning, and Chernoff was talking about how he would rather hire a coach that's going to be on their second go around than to hire like one of these OCs or DCs that had a good year. And I guess it's really dependent on the person, but I strongly disagree with that. I think there's somebody might hire Rex Ryan. Are you joking me? Do people not watch him talk on ESPN? Do people hear what he says and they're going to hire them to coach the team?
You fucking kidding me?
Like Pete Carroll, are we going to do this again and again and again? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Pick the fancy coordinator. Like, obviously interview them and make sure they know what they're talking about. Right? But if they do, that's the guy I want. Look at this list. Rivera, Nagy.
No.
Rizzy. Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
So was it ever confirmed if Ben Johnson just said no outright to the Jets, or did they just not ask?
I don't know. I don't know the deal on
Does
that.
anybody know that in the chat? Because when I was watching all the announcements came through, I saw Aaron Glenn, I saw a couple of other guys like that list, and then for some reason, no Ben Johnson, which I thought was absolutely absurd.
I would be interviewing OCs first on teams that like definitely outperformed expectations on offense. So Detroit, every single year, you got Jared Goff looking like he's an amazing quarterback. Ben Johnson atop the list. Tampa Bay, offensive coordinator, Liam Cohen. That's a guy that would get a look from me relative to what people expected that offense to be. This is a really weird one, and people might say, well, like, why would you even go there? The Saints offense, when they were healthy this year, Clint Kubiak would be a guy that would get a look from me. I would at least want to have a conversation with that guy to see what he's all about. Those are certain things that I would do. Jake asked Cliff over Mayo. Gerard Mayo was a first percentile. Why did I say one? First percentile head coach. He sucks, man. He is terrible. He did nothing right. That's where I would want to go. Above average OC, performed above expectations. Those would be my guys.
I can't think of another good OC that I would be interested in off the top of my head.
Well, look, Baddest Planet says no Kingsbury. Kingsbury got his coaching chance. He sucked too. Like, why do you want to just bring in a guy that already failed? That's what I don't understand. Why do we want to bring in guys that already failed as head coaches? They had their shot. Okay, you can say, yeah, they learned a little bit along the way. Maybe they're more mature. But Monken is another guy, Todd Monken. I don't know that he's going to be good. I would interview him. These are the guys that would be atop my interview list. I would want to hear them out.
I would want those types of guys before I would want to go back to a retread. I mean, it almost never works out. Like, how many good cases of failed head coaches that came from good situations too, that were then better later?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
Like, how many people have won a Super Bowl with their second team head coach in our lifetime?
Andy Reid, probably. But Andy Reid was also always a good coach.
So I thought him, Dungy, was that his second team? Gruden?
I can't remember. I'm not good enough to remember. Belichick from the Browns.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. It was a little earlier.
Stafford fumble. In the end zone. Touchdown. Tie game. Wow. And then it turns just like that. Vikings D.
Oh.
Cashman. Okay, by the way.
I don't think Stafford looked like he was going to run.
I don't think so either. He might be looking to run going forwards. Wow, that's a lot of Vikings fans. You see that overhead view you're about to see now?
No. Oh.
Was it an incomplete pass? Is he trying to throw it? Oh, it is. That's got to be grounding then. So this is going to come off the board.
Yeah, that's grounding.
Yeah. What? Just announced the ruling on the field as a touchdown. I assume they haven't had time to review it yet.
Well, would they have come back and announced if it was?
Yeah, this has got to be a forward pass. There's no doubt that this is a forward pass.
I mean, are you not? I know it looked like a shovel pass, but it was definitely in his hand, and it was. Yeah, it looked pretty intentional.
Oh my God!
It was the receiver.
Not only are they not calling it, they're not even calling grounding. They're saying number 17 was.
Okay. Yeah, it was close.
When you cannot even see where you are throwing the ball, you're under duress. I don't know, man. Abnormally
I got a question for you. After
Are
that.
horse
Go
collar
ahead.
tackles legal now? They are legal on the quarterback in the pocket. Horse collar is legal on the quarterback in the pocket. I don't know why they come up with that stupid rule, but you can horse collar a quarterback while he's in the pocket. Yes. I know that because it's happened.
I heard it on a rules explanation this season, actually.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That is.
Stafford's already pointing like, hey, that's a throw.
Yeah, it definitely was a throw. I mean, he did not have a clue that Nakua was there.
No.
But I don't know. I have to read the rule and its exact specifications.
That's kind of disgraceful.
Overthrew Robinson, so maybe there'll be KOC's losing it on the sideline. He is cheesed. As an aside, Hitman messaged me saying, Kupp, worst play of the entire season. End message. I'm talking to Hitman in the fourth quarter tonight. We'll be sure to bring that up. In fact, when Hitman gets here tonight, we will, Higbee under is definitely worse than Kupp. Kupp over is still alive. Higbee under is done in the first quarter. When he gets in here in the fourth quarter, I would like people to just keep asking about Kupp. Keep asking.
The play that was underthrown.
I do want to bet the Vikings.
Rob likes what he sees.
It feels like this game has turned. The Rams are out of scripted plays now. They're playing way more man. Vikings are playing man coverage on this third down here, and nobody's beating the. This is how I want the Vikings to play defense. Play man. Stafford has struggled against man. Blitz hasn't been great against blitz. Just got to rely on Stafford. Excuse me, on Darnold is the problem.
Well, I mean, Stafford has been. Never mind.
I want to see where this gets reposted across the market.
Me too.
If I knew Minnesota was going to play this type of defense the rest of the game, I want them. And I feel like they've found something that works for them now. And this has been a problem for the Rams this year. This type of defense.
After the this type of defense.
Yeah. One word, Darnold. Darnold's 7 for 7 tonight. He's taken a couple bad sacks. He hasn't thrown an incompletion yet. Under might be the look.
Every day that passes and every day you talk on the stream, I feel like you're a closeted USC fan because you really like the USC guys.
Did you just take a shower and like slick back your hair? What is
no,
this?
I was like this the whole time. You can rewind. Like what?
No, I'm good. I don't need to rewind.
Looks like your hair's wet at this point. Like you just came out of the shower. Or something.
It's not. It's not.
I was wondering why you weren't popping on stream for a while. It makes a lot of sense.
I did take a shower. Yeah, wanted to see how much I can get away with here, but. But no, back to
am I wrong? Okay, first of all, I'm not a closet UFC fan. We can drop this idea.
Yeah,
I don't know how many more times I can rag on Caleb Williams on stream before you get it through your head that I'm not a closet USC fan. Do we need to revisit all that over again? FanDuel's 126 is the best price. I'm betting Minnesota.
Let's go.
I'm betting Minnesota plus 126. I want a rooting interest. I just moved it. Sorry, people. That was one click. Sorry. It was the best price I had.
And it's a go.
I'm sorry. You got to be quick with this stuff.
But 120 still.
120 is fine.
Yeah. Not as good as.
Well, I mean, there's 105 at Kraft Dings. You know,
we're going to do you all a favor and we're going to track this at plus 120.
Yeah.
A maker of books.
I know. I can't.
Today I learned bookmakers not sharp. Did you see that thread on Twitter today?
I have not seen that.
That was a crazy one.
I might have to circle back to that one next
Yeah. All right. Jason, if you could find it. That's a good one to circle back to.
Why is mine off? Why? Like, am I getting different odds than? Oh, 1 second. I see. Got to be logged in. That would make a lot of sense. Hello, Aaron Jones. We're back in business.
Now they could play action again.
Mm-hmm.
Do we even know who this guy is?
No clue. I think he sells something.
Classic. Well,
I think he's got like a $7 Discord.
Okay, classic. The old, he made 130K sports betting, but he's willing to take $7 for his place.
Yeah.
That's not my strong suit, but something seems off there.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Oh, Vikings are going to get the run game going. That's going to kill the Aaron Jones prop, I think, soon. Let's get some Cam Akers touches in there. You're free to leave, by the way, Clive. I've kept you around.
No, I know.
Long.
No,
I know
we're
what
good.
your plan was tonight.
Nah.
I mean, it is much better with you around and Jason in the back.
Oh, come on. One person in the chat did say that they were really looking forward to the second quarter.
That's your burner. Cabbage Buffalo is your burner. That is
a real human being who I talked to on Twitter. Like
Cabbage
just have
Buffalo
similar interests.
Jason Burner. Jizzy J Burner for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Moretto comes.
We should, if it's a tight fourth quarter, we should try and like bully him on to come on.
Oh, Darnold ate a big sack. The sacks are going to be a real problem. They need to stop running play action where he turns his back to the QB. He does not get rid of this. Happened all last week against Detroit. Stop. They're sending these corner blitzes, and by the time he even turns around, he's got someone in his face. He doesn't know what to do. Hawkinson is wide open, but he cannot read the field at that time. He's got a guy in his face immediately.
Was he going to take his helmet off there, or did he just do this, like put his hands on his?
I don't know. Why did he start running 5 yards backwards when he was taking the sack as well? Run forwards, move up in the pocket, dude.
Oh,
I don't know what that bat was. I immediately regret my decision. Should have went under. I'm in a bad state of mind after watching that drive. At least he tried to get Jefferson a target. Oh man, this is tough. They need to just like go max protect and have like 2 wide receiver routes. Send out JJ Addison, Hawkinson on like some chip block option over at the middle of the field.
Put CJ Ham in there to block. I don't even know if he can block. I don't even know if he's fat. He just sounds like he's fat and can block.
Yeah, it's because his last name's Ham. It makes it sound like a fat ass.
Yeah, nobody's skinny's named Ham.
No.
Oh my god!
Did the punter get hit there?
I don't know.
I'll tell you right now.
Flag.
Was it his plant leg? Ooh, personal foul.
Oh yeah, he got it.
Yes. Great bet on the Vikings. Great bet.
You just got to teach your players to get
he's
punches to run into.
I hate this rule.
If Fezzik was on the sidelines for the Vikings, for the Rams, that would have never happened. He would have told them before they went out on the field, whatever you do, don't hit the punter. Just you got one thing to do. Don't hit the punter. He got fucking launched into the punter, by the way.
Yeah, like what the fuck is he supposed to do?
He got thrown in.
He looks like he got hurt on the play too.
Like that looked like a WWE finisher into the punter.
That was a tough break, man. That was McVay. McVay's not going to be happy. He is not happy right now. All right.
That was that. I don't know. Oh God, that's a rough one.
Mm-hmm. Just need to get to the point where the Rams are an underdog again, so I could get off of the Vikings because I'm done with Darnold, man. You
can actively manage.
I am going to actively manage. Yes, it's not much. It was what is. I don't have much, so it's not the end of the world. I'll probably just ride it out, but
Yeah, I mean, one click on FanDuel, and then you ruin the market.
Yeah. Well,
I don't care. I was going to say what's Russell Yerk saying, but I don't care.
Okay, quick pass to Jefferson, no yards, but we're looking for receptions over. What's he at right now?
That's 3.
That's
that
four.
was his 4th, yeah.
All right.
4th.
3rd and 8.
What's the 4th down go? Like how many do they need to go, do you think, before? Like what's the tipping point? 4th and 4, do you think they go?
Oh my God. I just got an alert right now. Sorry, I'll answer your question, Clive. Tyler Higbee return is doubtful. Guy caught 5 passes in the first quarter on my under 2.5, gets injured, not coming back.
When you
let's
lose
look at
an
Colby
under-
Parkinson, no?
Well, I'm going to inform you guys that Sam Darnold just threw an interception. KOC looks like he's seeing ghosts on this. That look that they showed on KOC's face of like, it is a look of this is bad.
This is
This is very bad news. Colby Durant, clear pick too. Pumpkin season is alive.
Darnold looked so confused after the fact, as if he didn't throw it there.
Wow.
Okay, Captain Kirk in. Bullpen. Let's
How
go.
much- you know how much money Darnold has cost himself in like the last week and a half so far?
That's the Lord McTeacher's
Yeah, so
fault.
what's his contract value now? What do you think they pay?
Oh, he said it. I don't even know. I'm not like, I don't know. Brandon says KOC soul leaving his body. That is exactly what it looked like. He was just there like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
That's a tough possession right there.
I mean, they got a fucking gift on that roughing.
A big
penalty too.
gift.
Well, okay. Higbee out. Live Cup overs. No, we got to go Parkinson overs.
He said
Yep.
he said Parkinson.
Who said Parkinson?
Jason.
Oh, you did. Yeah, no, I wasn't listening to Jason. I was just talking Graham O'Brien in the chat.
Parkinson's, I don't even think he's listed.
Yeah, I know he won't because he didn't have any pregame listing.
His touchdowns.
I'm not going anywhere near Cup, but they were running a lot of 12 personnel. They had a lot of 2 tight end in the early going there. Honestly,
Demarcus Robinson?
No, I think they might still continue to go 2 tight end at points. There might be a long shot option on like Hunter Long or Davis Allen.
He got smashed to plus 850.
Hunter Long?
Yeah. You just gotta stop thinking and just bet it. You just literally, as you said the word hunt, like 2 tight end sets, he moved from, I don't know what he was before, but he's plus 850 right now.
I'm giving you one responsibility going forward. Any stream, if I announce an injury, we need to know that we have to bet immediately. You pop in and just say, you can even put a graphic up.
I literally jumped in and said,
I know, but you jump in at the worst times. I just don't even pay attention half the time.
What am I supposed to do?
I need some sort of visual alert, some alarm bells, something.
That's what we need. We need some, Rob, you need something in your little office space, like a button that sirens, something.
I'm already preconditioned now that once like the screen goes like this and Jason pops up in the middle, I don't even know what he's like. I'm tuned out at that. That's like the time I can check my phone, see who's been messaging me on Telegram.
Let me see if I can.
All this stuff.
Oh, Darnold hurt his hand. Oh, that might be a good thing.
This is an incredible play by the back here to get yards.
Let's go
I don't know what
QB2.
the flag is, but that was a hell of a play.
Flag is holding.
That's too loud.
You nailed it. I didn't see that in real time.
That's a hold.
Mm-hmm. I see that. Anyways, Twitter is a storm per usual.
For what?
A lot of people criticize the Rams for not playing starters last week. They basically gave themselves a bye. And maybe it wasn't such a bad choice.
I see.
You know?
And the Rams, when Dan Campbell said, see you in 2 weeks to Kevin O'Connell, the Rams, they put that in their locker room. So they got their motivation too. Like that's twofold. They got a bye and they got all of this trash talk and bulletin board material.
I
Vikings
know.
have no chance. You might want to actively manage like now.
I think that I should have listened to Drunken Goon, right? The under was definitely the play in time there. I got carried away, and I'm too reliant on Minnesota's offense now, who can't do anything. But I don't know. I feel like the Vikings are going to play more man. I think that'll work in their favor.
I like what the Vikings did here, where they looked like they were going to rush and dropped a couple people back, and then Stafford seemed a little lost.
Yeah. Brandon, listen. Everyone wants to bet. I'm done with Cooper Kupp. Done. No separation. They don't even try to work him into the game anymore. It could happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not going Kupp overs. I will say they're at least. How many tight ends do they got out there? It's just one tight end set this time. That's a false start on the right tackle. I mean, it's just a check down. Vikings are going to get the ball back here. So.
Oh my God, that was a brutal false start.
Yeah, I don't know. They completely missed that.
Okay. Is that okay? That's what we need?
Not bad. But I could confuse that. I live not far from I can actually hear the sirens when they go out. So I could get confused. It's not bad.
You need a visual siren, like the get one of the like a hockey light.
Yeah.
The one that goes on every time your team scores.
Yeah.
That had to be one of the dumbest ideas of all time.
Especially because
that lasted
the delay nowadays. Like,
yeah,
it's horrible. It's fucking horrible.
That wasn't bad. Goal siren would be better than a just put on like Sandstorm by Darude.
Oh, we're gonna get banned.
Okay, then don't do that. We definitely don't want to do that. You know
That's
what?
Better.
This is annoying enough where I will get my attention right away. That's what we need. Good work.
Yeah, you're not going to get numb to that. Yeah.
Good work. Anytime an injury is spoken of, we need the injury siren. Sound the alarms. There we go. Because if I don't hear that, I get too carried away. It's very different when I'm on air versus when I have my phone in my hand for the entirety of the game. You know?
Oh, yeah. Clive, what'd you do at the gym today?
No gym today.
Wow. Rest day.
Rest day.
It's been rest day for Clive for the last 3 years.
Something like that. No.
I
normally go 4 or 5 times a week.
That's a
rub
lot.
It in, man. Why don't you rub it in a little bit more? Clive, Mr. Peak Fitness over here.
Mr. Olympia, New Jersey.
I'm waiting till February to go back to the gym because
that's honestly not the worst idea. It's
no.
So many people there who just dilly
like 5 years ago, I made the mistake of like New Year's resolution. I'm gonna get, and then it's the gym in January. I'll never be back.
It's horrible.
In January. Yeah. Never.
That is the minus EV. Don't rejoin a gym, or like if you haven't gone in a while, do not join a gym in January.
All these New Year's resolutions, they need to realize that, listen, their life's not going to get any better. They just should stay home, and they will in February.
The best way to avoid the crowd is just you got to go early in the day, like super early, because the people who they're not that committed, they're going to go at like 5 to like 8 after work, like even later. They'll go at like 10, 11. It's always packed late morning. That's the best time to go.
Lord McD says, you need a gym. I had a home gym in my last house. I decided not to have the home gym here because what ended up happening is I need to physically I need to like pay for a membership, something that's going to get my ass out. And I feel like I'm wasting money if I don't use it. That needs to be it for me. So I will get like a gym. I'll go to the gym that has like the swimming pool where I'm spending a stupid amount of money a month because that way I actually have to go.
That'll motivate you. That'll be the, I get that.
When it's at home, I just walk by that room every single day. I do nothing.
It makes it too easy to not do anything when it's there.
Yeah. I could also do like a 24/7, like a anytime type of gym, and go in the middle of the night. That might not be the worst move.
Davis Allen is 37-1 right now.
But has he been in the game? Because I think that they've gone Hunter Long.
I don't even see. Hunter Long is 28-1. Oh, off the board.
Because so like we need to see a 2 tight end set again before we hit that, because they went all 3 wide receiver on the last drive.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Would it be a DeMarcus Robinson? Like you wouldn't think about DeMarcus Robinson then, eh?
At 6-1 anytime touchdown.
Two.
I'm not convinced the Rams are going to score another touchdown in this game. That's where I'm at right now.
Okay. Let's hope the Vikings score, because
yeah.
I could see that. I could see this. Under was the play.
Yeah. There's a good first run for Cam Akers there, by the way, 6 yards.
Yeah.
You take that every time. All right, there we go, Darnold. On the money. Hawk Tua. Dictator Jay says FanDuel got to refund Higbee because he got hurt, right? tweet at them.
That is a good one.
At FD Sportsbook, ask for a Higbee refund.
I wonder if last week you guys talked about on Circle Back the insurance, the not parlay insurance, the injury insurance. If you would pay what was it, $20 a month to get it? Yeah. Would it count for bets that you lost the under on as well, or like could you imagine?
Lord McD did try to tell us about the under. The problem is, this is a good problem to have. We've actually had so many comments tonight. It's been hard. Yes, go.
Who is it?
Akers. Big run. 26
Oh.
yards. Okay, we're up to 32. What do you mean? Oh my God, you play Akers?
I got a great line early in the week, man. 24.5.
We're all rooting for Akers in this.
All right, sorry.
Akers alternates. There we go. And you played the unders?
I played it like 5 days ago. That's a different story. I got a great number on it. I got 24.5 on his rush yards. Under.
It's a shit number. He's got 32 yards.
Close at 19.5. That's a good
he's got 32 yards. It's a shit number.
I did my job.
You do your job. Dean's got Akers.
We bet players, not numbers, Jason.
I thought it was over. Rams have the ball.
What? What do you mean Rams have the ball? Why do Rams have the ball?
The fuck just happened? I was down. Okay. We'll see if you were down.
Very close.
You cut him. If
he's
not down,
but it's close enough. I think he's down. I think it's down. I think it's close. Close enough where I would have some concerns
about overturning.
He looks down. Don't get me wrong. He very clearly looks down. But it's close enough that you might get some bullshit here. By the way, get Oliver out of this game. Enough with the Oliver snaps.
Cut him.
You got TJ Hawkinson, Josh Oliver, get out of here. You want another tight end? Bring in Johnny Munt. I like somebody who has a DT in their name. I don't know why. It's just really weird, but I like that.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
Get him off of the field fucking immediately.
Yeah. I'm going to leave you two for 2 seconds. I'm going to do a little refill on a coffee here. I'll rejoin in post-commercial break.
Sounds good.
All right, chat. We're open.
Question time. Favorite time of the day. Did you notice the shirt change? Go Rams.
I didn't, but now I do.
Go Rams. I missed the call on the field, by the way. Was it?
Call on the field was fumble.
Holy fucking shit. Oh.
Call on the field was fumble.
I hate this. I thought I did a good job. I guess I should have played back on the 24. Anyways.
No, you did about the Jason. Jesus, come on.
I didn't do fine on Steph Curry unders. Do you bet basketball at all, Clive? You bet basketball. What am I saying?
Formerly.
You used to. Oh, you don't
I have
do it anymore?
not. I have not in the last. Well, I guess just this season.
Oh, okay.
It's been just football.
Nice. Any drive stuff you like today?
I looked. No. There's some interesting stuff though if you look at it, like differences in playoff results in aggregate, like for drives versus other seasons. For the most part, pricing was pretty good. So I didn't see anything I loved. I have to figure out what kind of what I want to build in the off season.
I see. Yeah.
So I already start thinking about that now.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean,
Is
you
there
could
like
say
a-
that
is-
this ball was moving first. What? Sorry.
I'm still at commercial, so it's hard for me to sync up when you're live. But
Oh, they called him down.
thank God. Thank
And then you call
God.
that piece of shit play. Well, there's a loss of 5 yards for Akers. Don't tell Rob.
I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word. Oh,
He
it
probably knows.
Was it 5? I have 24 and a half. I needed 6.
I think it was
Fuck.
5-yard loss.
We're getting Polish middled right now. No, he's still at 25 then. It's a loss of 3, someone said. It was 2.
Right.
I don't see how that was 2. Way more than 2 or whatever. How'd you become a Bears fan? Someone in the chat was asking. I think you've talked about this before.
Oh, I have. Yeah. But not everyone's on every show.
Is someone trolling?
Hey, throw the fuck. Oh my God.
Is someone trolling? Is that serious? Is that a fumble?
I just walked upstairs and watched this play happen. This guy.
What?
I did not miss it, AD. I did not miss it. I watched it happen live in real time. He fucking sucks.
He's down to 10 million a year.
Look on the left. Look on the left side of the screen. How wide open his tight end is.
Oh God.
Darnold's back. That's so funny. Oh man. Yeah. At what point do you just take him out of the game? Say enough is enough. Oh my God, Hawkinson's wide open. Hawkinson was wide open. Holy shit.
Not even close.
Oh wow. Fucking.
Oh, I see. It was a delay of game. That wasn't blown dead. Well, they usually give like a little grace period. I'd have to see how much when the clock goes to 0.
By the way, can they change that rule?
It's so stupid. How could they not have like a buzzer or something?
Yeah, why make it open to interpretation? Just it hits 0, you're done. If you don't snap it by the time that hits 0, it's like, what the fuck?
So I'm watching the play clock. 2, 1, 0. It's about a second late, the snap. I'm actually surprised it wasn't called a delay. I am pretty surprised it wasn't called a delay. It was about a full second in hindsight.
Had a couple ball don't lie moments. Overturns.
Yeah.
Bad penalties.
You cannot sign this guy to be a starter. You can't.
I was never on the train of giving him 40 million or whatever like people were thinking. But I think he just played himself out of a Baker-like contract.
Yeah.
How do you sign this guy to be a starter next year?
Not that money.
It has to be a situation. Like the only way you could sign him to be a starter is if it's cheap enough that you can bring in another guy that can compete with him, who's like a
Pittsburgh
quality
Steelers,
backup.
like what the Steelers did.
Yeah. You can't do that. Dominic says, has Kupp been in on offense? Yes, he's been in a lot. He just he's not good.
I can get, if you want snap counts, just ask in the chat. I'll post them.
Yeah, he's just been invisible. But he has been for weeks now.
Yeah.
Is it, you guys think he's hurt or it's just like old age or what's?
I think it's his injuries that have caught up to him.
Yeah.
I mean, in the offseason, there was talk of him possibly retiring.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. So what do you have? The Eagles versus the Rams. I think we talked about this earlier, though.
Well, the number that was posted today before these games was 6.5, and I mean, I would have never personally made it 6.5, but I mean, the Eagles did close 5.5 to the Packers this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with like, what about like the Rams offense has not looked good since the first 15 plays, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh my
Do you think
God.
that maybe that number might? What happened? I'm so far behind. Like I can't do this. I'm so far.
Darnold took his 5th sack of the first half right here.
And how many are on him? At least 4,
he is
right?
happy feet.
But you got to just throw it. You have to learn to just like
throw it away.
Throw it near a guy's feet or something.
Yeah.
You cannot just stand there. Like at some point, you have to make a throw.
Well, that's why I mean by 4 of them they're his fault at a minimum.
He did make a throw here for the first down to Jefferson. So that's going to be the 5th catch for Jefferson. So there we go. But like, I mean, this is incredible. This is worse than that that Burrow game against the Titans in the playoffs a few years ago. I think that was the year since he went to the Super Bowl, 2021. I think Burrow took 9 sacks in that game.
Yeah. Now I remember. Yes. Yeah.
It was that's what it. I bet Tennessee in that game. I'll never forget that. What a fucking joke that was. Just got to get it out. You just don't take the negative plays.
Yeah.
Just get it out. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little.
I can't wait for Happy Gilmore too.
Same. I hope it's just at least fine. Like I'll be really upset if it's bad, like cringe bad, because I love Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
But I think it will be fine because they seem to be doing like a lot of fan service, bringing back Ben Stiller and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're bringing back the wife, Julie
Bowen.
Julie Bowen, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my Juliana.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber was tough. That was a tough watch. Yeah.
Anchorman 2 was probably a mistake.
Anchorman 2 was bad. There really is not a good precedent for these types of sequels.
21 and 22 Jump Street are probably the comedy sequels that have been good that I can remember.
I agree. Both. I actually think maybe 22 is better. They're really good. Both of them.
22 is better, honestly.
I think 22 is better.
I rewatched them recently. 22 is better.
Yeah.
22 is good.
They're fucking great movies, man.
Yeah. Yeah, like when the first one came out and they announced it, I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
But wait, it's going to be a comedy? All right. Yeah. And it was fucking hilarious.
Hangover sequels sucked. Austin Powers was good. The
second one was good. I thought the third one was terrible. Goldmember, or what was it called?
Yeah,
Goldmember?
second one was Spy Who Shagged Me.
Goldmember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one with Heather Graham.
Yeah. That was good.
That was my favorite of the 3.
That might have been the best one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fat Bastard is so good, man. What a great character. Fat Bastard, such a Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. Hard thumbs down. Hard thumbs down.
I didn't even know they made a Horrible Bosses too.
Horrible Bosses. I think I've watched both of them once. I really like Charlie Day because I like It's Always Sunny.
Hilarious. Yeah.
He's really funny. The Jackass movies are all good, sure. Yeah. It's really hard to mess those up though, honestly.
Like, I don't think those count as sequels. I don't think those count.
Yeah, and those aren't really storyline.
It's really tough to mess those up.
Hot Tub Time Machine. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I only watched it once, and the fact that I've only watched it once probably means that I didn't want to watch it again. Yeah. Like I didn't have a good enough impression.
Probably my favorite bad comedy movie that should have been terrible and actually turned out to be okay.
What's the most underrated comedy? For me, there's a very.
I got one.
Okay.
For me, it's The Other Guys.
That's Ferrell. A great one. That's a great movie.
Yeah,
that's good. I say Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, see, I don't think that's underrated because I fucking
think that's
love
correctly
that
rated.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Maybe forgotten about. I don't know.
Oh man,
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder is great. Kingpin is an absolute banger. I actually want to watch Kingpin. I haven't seen Kingpin in forever. Oh my God, Bill Murray and Kingpin. What a character. Oh, so good. Old School is fantastic too. I love Old School.
Yeah, Old School Wedding.
Other
Crashers,
Guys
that whole genre.
is a great call, man. Other Guys is funny.
Yeah.
Wait. What was I gonna do?
Darnold, what are you doing?
Oh, is that our alert? Did something happen?
And I got nothing.
Who got hurt?
Aaron Jones. Maybe.
What are you talking about? I've just watched him drop a pass.
He's holding his knee though when he gets up.
He's still in the game.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was practice. It was practice. It was a practice. It was a practice round. It was a practice round. It was a practice round.
That was awful. I was like ready to pull something up. Like, what am I doing? It does get you to react. I'll give you that.
That's good. Okay, it was a good test.
The
He grabbed his leg
gave
and
you
it looked
earlier,
like he was like,
it was bad. That's strike one.
okay.
Vikings are going at midfield. At least they have the offense out on the field here, and they snapped it. And Darnold's going to eat a sack.
Nope.
He ate a sack. Yeah. This is incredible, man. It's actually, you cannot come out of the half and start Darnold in the second half. I'm sorry. Yes, O-line protection issues. At some point, the guy's got to throw the ball. You got to throw the ball.
You can't eat a sack on fourth down. Role models is fucking fantastic. That is.
Someone mentioned Hot Rod. Have you guys seen Hot Rod?
Yeah, that was Andy Samberg.
Lonely Island. Yeah, hilarious.
I haven't seen that in a long time. Oh, I mean, Jefferson fell down out of his route. So it's tough. But you got to throw the ball. It's fourth down. You can't take a sack. You simply cannot.
Fuzz. Great movie. The Cornetto trilogy.
This is hilarious, by the way, in hindsight. They literally put Darnold on their shoulders in the locker room 2 weeks ago. He might actually get shanked in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, he might not make it to the field.
He might actually get shanked in the locker room at the half. You know how quickly I might lose more money on Minnesota if I see Nick Mullins coming out at the half?
Just play offs at that point because it's either going to be really good or really bad.
We actually have a real injury. Real injury. Puka Nacua going slow to the sideline.
Cooper Kupp overs.
I think it's DeMarcus Robinson or Tutu. No, it's Tutu Atwell. I think.
We go DeMarcus Robinson first and then Atwell afterwards. Atwell probably is not listed. We got to go. Let's find receiving props.
Atwell's over 7.5 minus 110. DeMarcus Robinson 37.5 minus 118.
I think Nacua is going to be perfectly fine, to be honest. But I think it's got to be Robinson. He's getting hit over right now, Robinson. 38.5. He's already at 23.
Can he get 15 more yards?
If I MRM, you're
no
a nice
more
guy.
Kupp. Kupp is done.
If I see another Cooper Kupp suggestion in here tonight, I'm going to lose my mind.
That might be the first ban related to calling for a specific player.
No, he's done though. He's actually.
I don't care if he goes for 140 in the second half and I missed it. I'm not touching Cooper Kupp overs. This guy stinks.
Robinson's getting steamed.
Yeah, it's got to be Robinson and then potentially Atwell. I think Atwell's still ahead of Jordan Whittington in the pecking order there.
I think so as well. I don't think Whittington is listed. It seems like they're coming down now, which means he might be fine.
Yeah.
So good no play.
So okay, but you know what? Good siren use.
Okay.
Good siren use.
You're 1 for 2.
I will say as a general critique. Well, first of all, maybe the chat can chime in here. How could we have improved that on their end?
Oh, that was Davis Allen. Davis Allen just got a target. So I don't even know. I don't even know what the Rams are doing on offense anymore, honestly. Because Davis Allen's not listed, and I don't want to bet Parkinson unders.
It's tough.
It is tough. It's a tough game, man. It's a tough game.
So what do we got? 2nd and 10?
Yeah, and we got
Cooper Kupp, 0 targets.
We got a Nakua catch, by the way. Totally fine. But you know what? He looked for a second there like he was hobbling around.
I mean, he got his legs pushing for that extra 6 or 7 yards or whatever.
Guy's on one good leg, and he's catching balls before Kupp. Oh, and that's an easy touchdown. And of course,
Allen? It's Allen. Fuck off. Unbelievable. 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 Can we rewind the tape to... It's all right. It's all right. It's my fault.
I know who's melting down right now. There's a couple people.
well, Hitman's a Vikings fan. He's joining us in the fourth quarter tonight. That'll be an interesting one. Moretto's in orbit for sure.
I think Playmaker Dave is going off the fucking deep end right now too.
Who is that, by the way?
He's the boys guy. He's that's David Woodley. I think. Poker guy.
He was a part of the Playmaker group that whatever got sold to.
Yeah,
I think Shaq does is
sure,
a Playmaker person.
Shaq does a million things, right?
He also does the general car insurance. So yeah.
I mean, we saw Davis Allen on the field. I'm just trying to think of what was going through my head at that moment.
You wanted Hunter Long. You said that they played Hunter Long more.
No, but it was on this snap. I watched Davis Allen make a catch.
They're already in the red zone at the time, no? Or
and my thought was I was looking at receiving yards to see if he was listed, and he wasn't. So I'm like, I don't want Parkinson unders, but I didn't think of going touchdown market.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Shaq sells printer ink. Does he? I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised.
I have to watch another half of this, man. This is destruction.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Maybe we do like some form of games or something. Catan.
What a fucking shit outcome for the Vikings.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed. Like, I think the Vikings were a team where there was a couple of matchups that I would have enjoyed seeing, whereas the Rams, I'm just like, eh.
Well, if the Rams kind of play like this, they're much more entertaining, right? It's been 20 pass attempts to 5 rushes. That is not how I expected the Rams to play today, because the Rams prior to throw out week 18 because they played all backups, but they had like a 6-week stretch there where they were running like 55% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes coaches game plan very well for specific opponents. And it seems like that's what they did here.
I would like to unclick the Vikings from earlier.
Sure.
Sportsbook should make that one option where you
unclick.
Can you
like
get like
bet,
one unclick per month.
That would be part of a good subscription. Like, hey, you can cash out for what you spent.
One unclick. Up to a certain amount, right?
Yeah.
I can't even bet the second half of this game because I don't even know who the quarterback's going to be for the Vikings. How am I going to bet the second half of this game? I don't even know who the quarterback is.
What? I will say if you... Yeah, I don't know.
Are you willing to be the coach? I mean, I know I would be, and you would be probably, but to be like, fuck this, Darnold. Sorry, you're done. Like,
you have to. He's taken 6 sacks in the half. He threw an interception, and there's a fumble 6. Like, at some point, you got to say the season is probably over regardless. How do we run this guy back in here?
Yeah.
What if you have plans to bring him back next year, though?
What plans? McCarthy's your quarterback next year. They got no plan. They're not bringing him back next year after this.
Well, Darnold's down to $5 million a year, so like,
yeah, like this might be good value for them. I was gonna say KOC is like breeds a culture. I read an article about this earlier today that it's a very soft culture, like a friendly culture, not like a Dan Campbell hard-nosed culture. It's a soft culture, but it's a winning culture, so people thrive in it. I don't know if it's in his DNA to bench him.
I agree with you. I think it's like 95% Darnold will start this half. But here's the real issue. The Rams, with this type of lead under McVay, I'm going to be surprised if they come out and they're passing in the second half. McVay's the type of coach that, with this type of lead, historically speaking, has played it really safe. That's his thing. I just do not trust the Vikings to be able to do anything with that. And then on top of that, the way that they're teeing off on Darnold and getting pressure, I can't take the under because there's real possibilities of short fields here in the second half for the Rams.
That's why I was going to say, like, there's a path for the Rams to win the second half. Like, at plus 270, I don't know if that's like too, like, probably would be nice to get a better number than that. But, like, I just don't see how this team is, like, how the Vikings are going to score anything right now. They've been terrible.
Yeah, I mean, there's second half adjustments. It can happen. They might leave. They might alter their blocking schemes or have someone chip an edge rusher or something like that. So there's ways around it that oftentimes you can see a team get rolled in the first half completely and then make some sort of adjustment in the second half.
Okay.
But I mean, if he took 10 sacks in this game, it's not going to surprise me at this point.
No, not at all. I mean, I didn't think he was going to show up worse than he did last week, and there you go.
I feel like this comment's not fair to KOC. Because the whole reason why we think Darnold is good is because of KOC. Like, we only had expectations for him because of him, right? No one else.
Mm-hmm. There have been some like questionable things, I would say, over the past couple weeks. Not that I necessarily believe that.
I don't think he's a fake sharp, though.
I don't know either. There was some stuff like before Eager left Forward Progress to go to the Carolina Panthers. Worst career move of his life, by the way, doing that.
Yeah.
Before he did that, we were chatting and he was coming up with like some sort of coaching metric. And this was last year. And I think a lot of the logic really checked out. And I was very surprised at how low Kevin O'Connell ranked last year in a lot of the stuff that we were looking at for value. But then this year, I mean, it's pretty incredible that he has taken a Darnold team to 14-3.
Think about the quarterbacks that he had after the Cousins injury, and they were able to compete. Like, Darnold's an upgrade over all of them. Like, they were picking up anybody off the scrap heap.
But could you imagine quickly? I know JJ McCarthy got hurt, but imagine if they didn't like trade for Dobbs or did they trade for Dobbs? They traded for Dobbs last year, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Imagine if they didn't trade for Dobbs. Imagine if they didn't try and win. Imagine if they got like Jaden Daniels or Drake May. How different this team would be.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Anyways,
it's true.
Yeah.
Because I remember that was like a big discourse last year where people were like, well, you know, ticket sales matter. You can't just tank.
Yep.
But like they were dead in the water when the second Kirk Cousins got hurt. And they had a good enough team where next year you could have, I mean, they ran it back with Darnold and they were successful.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all good questions that are being asked. All good questions.
I'm sure.
Ordinarily, I like to play against Rams second half when they have a big lead. That's my usual move because they are usually turtling.
Just trying to grind out clock. Yeah.
Yeah. But this instance, I don't think I have it within me.
They took off the second half off the board on FanDuel for the money line.
Did you place a bet?
I did not. Well, I did, but not at FanDuel. I have to be honest.
Yep. It's good, man. I mean, the full game line is 15.5. So 21. Vikings favored 6 second half.
Yeah, the spread's still there. Vikings are favorite 6. They just pulled the money line is what I was trying to say. Sorry.
Got it.
Yeah.
What's Vikings live money line in game? It's like 10-1, right?
It was 10-1. It hit 1060 to 1 or 1060 plus 1060.
Plus 1060, and then it went down. It's
went back down. Yeah.
All right. Well,
if you like them at plus 125 or 135 or whatever it was, you'll love them.
This is tough to actively manage.
No, it's it's an easy active management. Yeah. I'm gonna
just throw your phone away.
No, you type an email to FanDuel support and you say you were under the influence of drugs when you made the bet, and say I want to
self-exclude for a day. Like,
right? I was under the influence. The influence of what? I don't know.
Sam Darnold. Like, I don't know.
Oh, do I have to see Adam Schefter on my TV? Come on.
What are the possible derivatives that we could look at for second half in a player prop market? Like a Kyren Williams rush attempts over type of thing? In-game rushing over?
We don't have rush attempts live on FanDuel.
You have some alt rushing yards, alt receiving yards, maybe some Jordan Addison over rushing or receiving yards.
What about a Puka Nacua under? There's no way they're going to call a Puka Nacua run. They're only up by 20.
Only if it's like 3rd and short. I agree with you. I very much agree with you. There's like the thing with Kyren Williams is right. Like Blake Corum got hurt last week. So like Ronnie Rivers is not getting second half carries, is he? There's no chance. Like Marcus says he might like Corum run. Corum is not he's on IR. Corum's done. The backup is Ronnie Rivers.
60-1 Ronnie Rivers TD. If this game gets out of hand at all, you can't.
Nope.
I'm not going to let you have the 60-1. It was a smart. That was pretty smart of you there, Jason.
I'm going to shop around for that one.
It's a complete idiot, but that was a very smart thing.
Was it smart, or would it have been smarter to bet it first and then bring it up on screen and talk about it?
We can't even do punt parlay, right? Like the Vikings are basically going now, unless it's a really, really bad 3rd and long.
Well, then that should help us out with the any other for the Vikings.
You think that like a 4th down failed attempt?
Yeah.
Would that count as an any other?
100%.
Maybe let's do that. Punt. Any other? Who's going to catch a pass? Not the Rams. We don't want a Rams player to catch a pass because the premise is that they're going to be running the ball, right? Hawk Daddy? Akers? Akers would be maybe in there on 3rd down. No, I don't love Naylor right now. Hasn't been targeted.
Connection? Jordan Addison?
I don't like Addison either.
Josh Oliver.
What I don't like is Sam Darnold. So it's kind of
that's.
I mean, I'm not betting Jefferson at minus 175. Very obviously, he is the guy.
Yeah, of the other options, Hawkinson.
No, it's Hawkinson is the guy, right?
Yeah.
Who said
Looking
that?
for Mr. Reliable over the middle, quick pass to get you back in. All right, yeah, I'm putting this in.
That's whoever put this number in the chat of 100-1. That's next touchdown scorer. Oh no, next. Yeah, it's next. And I just Oh well, that's gone.
LA Rams 7th drive. We're gonna go. I'm just pulling it up on my screen right now.
Wait, what if we did
Rams punt? Vikings any other. I mean, the any other is such a stupid bet, though, isn't it?
That's so mean to say.
Like, it's going to happen, but it's so stupid.
I don't think that's the greatest. I don't think you're getting a great price there.
No, definitely not. I'm just looking for action, Clive.
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
We could do touchdown.
I need help, man.
Touchdown and 2+ Jefferson? No, that's not good.
No, we need any other there. This is going to end in a Vikings stall, right? I think I mean, the punt is what are the punts usually at halftime?
-110, -105 usually. Well, it depends on the game state. But like I remember it being anywhere between the like -110 to +105 range.
Rams went touchdown, field goal, punt, touchdown on the last. I don't mind punt for the Rams. I think they'll get conservative, honestly. And I don't think McVay's going to press. He's a 4th and 1 punt guy at this point in the game. Vikings is where I see the challenge.
Oh.
Vikings are not kicking a field goal. Oh, player kicking points. You want to go under on...
Can't parlay it. Can't parlay it with anything.
In what scenario are the Vikings kicking a field goal?
Never. Like literally never.
Well, I guess it could be
this is kicking points though, so it's
yeah, it could be 2 touchdowns and we get 3 touchdowns is a cuck.
Or if you get to a point where, Sam Darnold takes his 12th sack, but, it was 1st and goal and now it's 4th and 30. Well, here's the thing. If you're going to play it that way, Vikings are getting the ball, right?
The Vikings are getting the ball.
So even if the Vikings go for it, 4th and whatever, near midfield, punt becomes so much less likely for the Rams because they're going to have such better field position.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Those two don't correlate well.
Clive, I knew you stuck around to the half for a reason. Great point. Great point. If the Vikings go, then Rams field goal is kind of like higher.
That's better. More live. Yeah.
Or you got to go Vikings touchdown and then like Rams field goal or something like that.
Well, that you could do too. Yeah.
At this point, I've listed every possible combination.
I'm so confused right now.
I'm going to be really upset.
I don't know what the fuck to do.
Well, Clive,
one of them's going to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's hitting. I don't have it. I'll tell you that. Something's hitting and I don't have it. That's just the way it is.
All right, boys. Good luck, everybody.
All right. Thanks, Clive.
Clive Bixby, everyone. Clive equals opposite of Todd Bowles. Clive is sharp. I agree with you. He's also white. He's also... I don't know if that's where Alan was going.
So yeah, I wasn't sure where they were going with that.
Yeah, I'm just going to assume he meant that Clive is sharp and not that it was a black-white thing. I don't know. I have no idea.
Also a fit versus not fit thing, like Clive's got cannons for arms. I've seen them before.
Oh my God.
Shocking.
Yeah, Clive's fit. I was in the pool with him at Stadium Swim. Big pool. I was in the pool. It was for a Bet Bash event.
Doing what?
I think at that time he was hitting on Tabitha. I think so.
Shoot or shoot.
Ball I got to tell you, this screen pass that they ran out of the half, my head almost exploded.
The way you set that up, then I saw it right away. That was hilarious. Oh, man. You know what? At least Darnold got rid of the ball quick.
Wow, that was an incredible. This one, he hung in there. Addison caught it. All right. What are you going to do? Let's see. Let's see if they could do something. Let's see if they could do something. Making his return here on Forward Progress. Very stressful week. Jeff Feinberg. How's it going, man?
Rob.
Jeff, you sound very confused. Are you expecting someone different?
I don't know. I feel like my computer's telling me I'm wired in, but I should be hardwired in.
You sound good.
This is the best you've sounded, and
this is don't change anything, man.
Don't touch anything.
Okay. Whatever you're doing, you got headphones, one headphone on.
Yeah,
wired headphone. Yeah, it's good.
I also know I can't help but notice that that phone is incredibly tangled as well.
I noticed that as well.
Nope, it's actually not.
No, it most definitely is.
No, it just looks a little at the intersection, but it's a big one. It's a good one. I found an old, really good one instead of using like the free ones from the airlines.
Yeah. No, these are good headphones too. They're wired. People always like, oh, what? No, they're good.
Yeah, I wish my phone had a wired jack in it. Honestly, too many people out there in the world like listening to their phone in public, like things on their phone.
I'm getting a call from Indiana right now, area code 219. You think
Yeah.
that's a real call?
I know a couple people there, but I don't really pick up the phone.
Neither do I. Unless I know you, I'm not answering.
But if I called you right now, Rob, like, because I'm usually the type that'll be like, yo, man, like, just if I needed to talk to you, I'll be like, yo, hit me up, like, today. Give me a call. Like, I want to talk on the phone. But if I cold called you, you'd probably be like, is there an emergency? Like, why the fuck is Feinberg like raw dog?
100%. Injury alert? Or Jason play emergency?
Got a target, not an injury, but Monk got a target. I don't know if
Well, you use the injury
What are
horn
you
for a
talking about? It's a
target,
long
man. That's
horn.
the injury horn. I was
And
watching earlier.
They're
What do you-
punting? How are they punting? And why did
what-
he throw 70 yards behind Jalen Naylor? What is this
Okay.
team doing?
I can't believe I'm like a Darnold truther, you know, and they took the pumpkin as far as they can take him, you know, which she's all that. Like, he didn't win prom queen, but you know, we took her. He made a duck into a pretty girl. He made convince people there's a pretty girl there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but he doesn't. It's like a Caleb Williams-esque lack of like, he doesn't see any of his like bailouts.
I know. It's tough. It's really tough to watch right now. But that throw to Naylor there, he's wide open. And he throws it well. You can't miss that throw. You're an NFL quarterback. You got a clean pocket, wide open receiver, 10 yards downfield. You can't miss that throw. I'm just doing a quick search of Telegram here. I typed in Darnold because I just want to I'm waiting for the game to be done. And then I'm going to resurface a lot of Moretto's old comments about Darnold. I'm going to bring them back into his face.
Why? What was he? He was always, I don't know. Why did he? Like, I mean, listen, we're sisters, okay? Because, you know, maybe I was going to say sisters is actually an insult, but like, the Vikings are my soul sister, Rob.
Yep.
And like, the Vikings would say that. There is nothing worse on earth than like a Vikings or Chargers fan with a little expectation. Now, the Vikings, you know, they won a lot of games.
Yep.
Kind of hurt the Chargers that I told to you in confidence was like, Rob, like, it's almost like my buddy who gets mad if I bring 2 balls to the first tee in golf because he thinks it's like a defeated mindset. You know what I mean?
Though, but you still
like,
do it.
Yeah. Or like, you know, if I'm already like, I'm not going to hit this putt and it's like an 8-footer and he gets so mad at me, so mad at me. I told him, like, I feel like I told you going into that last week, part of me, and it was such a loser mindset, was like, I kind of hope that Steelers just win that Bengals game.
Mm-hmm.
So Chargers can just play the Ravens and no expectation and get their ass kicked. And like, you know, I feel like I said on this show, no one's going to hold anything against us getting our ass kicked by the Ravens.
Yeah.
Like, and then all of a sudden, a season without a single moment of expectation. I'm not reading the chat. So if there's something funny, you can bring
No. I'm just laughing at you talking about this because this is exactly how I envisioned this conversation happening.
But like all year, like literally no expectation. The only time I got mad at the Chargers all year, Rob, was week 4 versus the Chiefs when Herbert played.
Yep.
I was like, that's all. Like, other than that, there's no moment. Like when they got their ass kicked by the Bucks, I was like, season's an organism. We got dog walked. That's okay. We needed that. And then after 17 weeks of not an ounce of expectation, this fucking playoff game arrives, and we are road favorites, and it is just a recipe for disaster despite us being shit. But I don't, whatever. I'm not gonna, it was like a scrap and barrel roster in many respects. A lot of guys on 1-year deals. They won 5 games the year before.
Yeah.
You know, if people want to make it a referendum on Herbert, like, you're idiots. But like, why do people talk good things about Herbert? You know why? Because it's the worst game he ever played, and he's going to own it. And the next time they go to the playoffs, it's going to be a lot of noise. Like, this guy fucking sucks in the playoffs. It's 0-2. It's 2 road games. I think that might be a little overemphasized. But why do people like Herbert? The same reason you like Herbert, Rob. Because you watch a lot of games, and a lot of games you watch twice. And you come around thinking, fuck, I watched 32 fucking teams. And I think that's like the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th best guy.
Well, that's
Like,
the thing,
he's
Jeff.
really
That
fucking good. Like,
so
what
to
am I supposed to fucking do? So yeah, blah.
the people
So
that
we
roast
suck,
Herbert.
but if you want to make this a referendum on him and like, oh, should the like, what are we supposed to do? Trade for JJ McCarthy?
Yeah.
He's not available right now.
I'm with you.
And that's
I'm
a
with
joke, but I just mean like, I saw a lot. Oh, that's why like Harbaugh like thought about wanting JJ McCarthy because of the big game. Like, what the whatever.
Well, here's the thing.
And radio call.
Herbert played a very bad game. He played and I agree with you, played maybe the worst game he's ever played.
And Quentin Johnson? We might as well have Karen Bass running routes. Fucking empty hose. What effort? I don't care if you drop it. Effort. Holy shit. Don't get me started on Disley. I honestly, Rob, I've had a lot going on the weekend that I kind of told you about. I haven't really thought about the game. This is like the first time where like the game is coming to my mind. And I was so mad that this football game on now is so fucking bad. I'm like, fuck. There's not even a football game to talk about. Like, this is just an embarrassment.
I just watched
of
Hunter
a football
Long.
Game.
This throw by Stafford is a world-class throw. Difference between quarterbacks here is enormous. Hangs in the pocket, takes a hit, delivers it right to Hunter Long. Beautiful.
Stafford, that guy, that was like the infancy of Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
When he couldn't win a playoff game with Calvin Johnson, what a fucking loser he is. Fuck. I just hope Herbert still likes us when he's that age and still wants to be fucking throwing our ducks. And it's not so bad that he wants to go somewhere else like Stafford.
So
he was kind of like cucked by his wife a bit too, but hey, they're loving LA and he wins a Super Bowl and they're good. They're good. She wanted LA sunshine. Good thing Herbert's got a pretty girl. She's from from there. God bless the firefighters. But yeah, at least the Rams are doing the people proud. But yeah, I mean, Will Dissly drops, whatever. I'm less mad about drop. Effort. Quentin Johnson, there was a ball. It was a dart. He didn't even try. It was whatever. It was before shit went bad. Anyhow,
AJ says this, and he says Herbert is on the Stafford career arc, and I kind of see that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just got to stay on my team.
I don't see. I feel like Herbert is going to leave the Chargers at some point, and he's going to win it because that's what's going to happen.
Philip didn't leave. Why? I mean, yeah. Listen,
Philip didn't win.
Weird.
Philip didn't win. Herbert's going to have to leave to win.
Oh, that's not fair. We just had a night. We started a program.
I know this breaks your heart.
No, but I just mean like you don't even trust. Like, you don't even trust like this. Like Harbaugh's there now. The draft was like really strong. They're not going to like surround him with other guys who can make complimentary plays. Rob, open the box score. Please just do it. Do it. This game sucks.
Cooper Kupp, what a catch. I will in 1 second. Okay, so now the Vikings have got into territory where they're running cover zero every single play. And like, I got to tell you, Flores tonight, not great. Good catch by Kupp. On the Herbert topic, the amount of people that ripped him this week.
It's fair. He played his worst game. You can rip him. You gotta get ripped. But like, you can't be naive. Like, why do people like him or why do people talk? Open this box score. What the fuck? Name a body. There's one body. They drafted this little white guy in the second round. What? Look at it. Hey, listen, I'm not always trying to cop for him. He played horrible, but you've got to let like one of these cool college running backs. Give me one of these tight ends. Give me some fucking humans.
I did not realize that Ladd McConkey had 197 of their receiving yards.
It's like Herbert McConkey, 2 on Herbert McConkey Slater. Herbert McConkey Slater, 3 on 11. We were fucking dead. That box score is 3 on 11.
Okay. Marcus says, give me the list of QBs Herbert beat this year.
Before can I answer this? Jeff, no, I get to answer this. They won 5 games last year.
Yes.
So who gives a shit? I don't know your name is. I appreciate the question. This year was not. Next year, if there like aren't quality wins, that's absolutely true. But this team was not ready to beat Lamar Jackson. He battled his ass off versus Mahomes. We were injured both times. He had played on one foot both times. He didn't have McConkey the second time. We lost on a doink field goal. He battled. But no, this year, the schedule didn't give enough opportunities to beat good quarterbacks. If there was enough good quarterbacks on the schedule, he wouldn't have gone 0-4. He beat fucking Joe Burrow this year too. If you want to do the math, but that won't count because the Bengals lost a lot of stupid games. You can defend it however you want. So here's my question. You're right. No, but there weren't quality wins, and I said it because Denver, good win, not a quality win, and they beat them the first time. They fucking sucked, Denver. So you're right. But next year, if they lose all their games against quality teams, that's a problem. But when you win 5 games the year before and then you win 11, I don't give a fuck about the quality win stat. That would be my response to that. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to count it.
Okay,
but they didn't play many.
I'm cutting you off for 1 second. We got to bet Ronnie Rivers touchdown at 27-1. It's got to happen. Ronnie Rivers.
I hit the first one. Thank you, Rob.
Ronnie Rivers has got to go in right now. Kyron, it was a very awkward fall.
Why is this quarter not moving?
Maybe a fumble. I don't think it was a fumble, but it was awkward enough that we got to go. I didn't hear the siren, but I'm going no matter what.
Yeah, the siren.
You got to take a shot at this point on Ronnie Rivers.
Yeah, for sure. 27-1. Let's go. Dance.
Yeah. Even if Williams comes back into the game, I would consider this a good bet every single time. Every single time. Okay. Just to add to this conversation, Marcus in the chat who asked you the question, he's a known Herbert hater. I will say
that's fine.
I want a real answer here for everyone in the chat. You can do this if you want to. Give me your list of quarterbacks that you think are better.
I don't want to do this game.
I do want to do this.
So that we're not confront it? No.
Herbert. Just gonna Herbert sucks. He's this and that. Who are the quarterbacks that are actually better than Herbert? Who are they? There's obviously Mahomes. There's obviously Allen. There's Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Where are we going after that? Where are we going after that? For every single person that wants to roast Herbert, if he's the 5th best quarterback in the league, you deal with that.
No, let's even drop it. Let's say 7.
But he's not. He's the 5th. Who else is better?
Listen, I don't want to go. I would believe if I had to stand for it, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. As long as you're not going to tell me that certain people are better than him, I don't want to fight with you. If you want to tell me you'd rather have Stroud or Jaden or Hurts, if you would, I'm not going to argue with you. But as long as you acknowledge we're all kind of in that tier together, and we'll see. Whatever. He plays worst game. And he didn't get help from no one.
Goff.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Stafford is maybe the only debatable one, but I would not do that. Dak is not better, and I say that Hurts is not better. I think Knicks has got to be a joke. I'm pretty sure that's it. Geno in a dome, sure. Put Geno in a dome, and he's fucking cooking for real.
Oh, Goff, that is fucking insane. Goff.
Imagine Herbert in the Lions offense. They wouldn't punt. That O-line, those weapons, Goff.
Yeah, you can't
Jaden Daniels is debatably the best of the rest.
I don't know what he's a bum. His market, he's a bum from whatever.
Oh, baby. I needed this badly, by the way. If that was...
Okay, yeah, Herbert's
a
rush?
Bum. Yes. A bum. Thank you, Puka. Didn't think that was going to get there.
Yes, Rob.
Yes.
Yes.
Jeff, in what world would they have to run their wide receiver up?
I don't know, but because
Kyron Williams got hurt.
But in what world did we not see that on the first 2 drives? Goff is one. Yeah.
Oh my God! Fine. Enough of this argument.
See, Rob, man. I told you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done it, but it's okay. That's okay.
Oh my God!
These are the same.
There's not a single NFL GM. Forget about
imagine they were the same age,
the same contract. There is not a single GM in the league that is picking Goff over Herbert. Let's be real. I know. I fucked up. We got to move. I
I
started
told you not to do this. I've been there. The internet. This part of the internet comes to my door. Like we can rent. Like I told you, don't do this. You'd get angry. Oh, Baker's plays his face off right now. And you know what I'd say, RJ? That's the real RJ Bell. I would say that Herbert could use a little bit of Baker. Like I don't know what I'm saying. Like I don't want turnovers, but there's like an element of Baker I would love to see in Herbert. Oh yeah, Rob, you're gonna bring Tuanon into this. One time Tuanon sent me onto Tuanon Reddit. You know that? I'm not on Reddit, but my Dolphin fan told me I saw you on Dolphins Reddit. Like a tweet I had from like years ago was blasted. I was wondering why I was getting attacked. Like literally lights over whatever. I don't want to start about the run. There was like a 3rd and 1 early in the game. We ran sideways to Dobbins. I'd given a testicle. Like if we didn't run with Herbert. I'm like, you just run with Herbert twice. You saw every other team who gives a shit about their fucking winning this weekend just ran with their quarterback on their first 3rd and fucking half a yard of the game. They fucking got it. I ran sideways with fucking Dobbins.
Sorry to rehash this with you, Jeff.
No, that's fine. I told you.
My team's about to hire Deion Sanders to be their head coach. So,
Adam, like Slater played actually really well. Joe Alt did not play well. He got his ass kicked.
I know, but
in that game, Adam asked about the tackles. So, that was that.
Yeah, but like that. That's a premier tandem.
That's true. That is true.
Anderson and Hunter is a great tandem.
Yeah, but Slater actually held up. He held up in that game. Like I said, it was 3 on 11 on offense. McConkey and Slater were the only guys who had a heart.
Lord McD says, am I crazy to think that Rams match up pretty well with Philly?
I have Philly futures. I'm scared shitless. I want them to play Minnesota so bad. I don't like this. This shit can travel. Obviously, they beat that shitty Jets team, so that doesn't count for much. It was a road, cold December game. It was a sloppy game. That D-line, they're so good. D-line, elite quarterback play, playmakers. Yeah, I'm scared shitless, if that was the question. White, Kaepernick, okay.
So I'm going to tell you a very personal story to me. I actually think I mentioned this to you today at the office, Jeff, when we were recording Circle Back. I really want to root for the Rams. I like the Rams as a team. I've always liked Stafford. Stafford was always the guy that, likable. I was happy when
the guy's worth more than a quarter billy, and he gets dominated in his own home. Can you imagine that? Like, I get it. Like the wife's roost, it's the house, but like getting fucking humiliated like that by your wife. But other than that, I love Matt Stafford. I agree. What a baller.
My best man at my wedding, good friend of mine, Steve. He is unfortunately like a problem gambler. And he has like what he calls like these, he basically would fit in really well with the TikTok community, right? He sees things, the colors of the Super Bowl logo and this and that. But his whole thing this week has been betting tons of Rams futures because it's now fixed because of the wildfires, because of the Rams. So if that happens, I will have to hear that until there will be no convincing him at any point in time that the NFL is not.
It'll be an overdrive, Rob. I mean, it seems like they'll bring Camp Rams almost. You wonder where they'll practice next week. Maybe they'll stay in Arizona. It seemed like families brought everybody, as they should, I guess, including dogs.
Yeah.
Where their practice field is located, like their facility, the team facility, is really close to fires. A lot of guys actually got really fucked up. The Chargers, on the other hand, didn't really have many people fucked up. Most guys just like to live close to the facilities. Like, that's where you're going to live. Like, You're going to live in a nice area, but you're going to live like just close to that building that you're going to be in all day. We still played dickless. But we weren't. The Rams were so much more affected as an organization than the Chargers, but they kept their dicks. They didn't lose those.
I need two more Justin Jefferson catches.
You'll probably get them.
It looks like Moretto is alive still. Heard it was Darnold who started the fires. Arrest him and cancel the game. It's tough, man. It's tough. See, I went through this last year with the Cowboys
Vikings
getting smoked by the Packers.
No.
And it's
okay, but
it's not
there's no fan base. Like, we'll see. It's different because obviously, like Buffalo and Detroit, at least in our life, Rob. Because I would say my football like hardcore fandom almost started like right after, like it was watching the Cowboys win the Super Bowls. It was kind of like right after that where I like became like a huge freaking fan of the league. So the Bills Super Bowls, like I was at, so my first memories of football are Buffalo Bills Super Bowl parties. Like obviously I don't give a shit about the season, 6, 7, 8 years old. Like I'm at a Super Bowl party with my family because the Bills are like huge here. And I don't think they're going to win this week, but I want them to. Like I will enjoy, like I always will cheer for the Bills to kind of win the Super Bowl.
Part of me is going
Chargers
to
are out.
feel for Josh Allen if he just can't get over the hump because he's such a good player.
But Lamar too, because they're all annoying. Like here, like man, one of them is going to lose on the weekend, and they're the same way. Although I'm not, both these quarterbacks are much better than Herbert. They're in the different tier, MVP vote kind of tier.
Yep.
But the loser of that game is going to be like obliterated on the internet as a loser. Like that quarterback is a loser. As if, like you said, name 5 quarterbacks who are better. It's gonna be, you can come on and be like, name 2 quarterbacks you'd rather have than this guy that's just being just tossed and turned on.
Yep.
So who knows? But like Lions and Bills fans, like Vikings and Chargers fans, they've kind of been like good enough to get hurt so often in the last like 20 years, where like Lions and Bills fans are almost totally off the radar until these like recent high level runs, which Bills a few more than the Lions, but pain. But I cheer for all the downtrodden team. Like obviously a bet would change that.
You got a good heart, Jeff. You got a good
heart.
But
like the loser franchises.
Yeah.
Lions, Bills.
I usually cheer for them to keep losing.
Sure, but I'm one of them. So like you're a Cowboy fan. So you like you feel like a blue blood as like a fandom is concerned. I cheer anytime like the loser franchise gets a chance to get off that like never won a Super Bowl. Yeah. They always have my support. They probably don't want it because I can be a mush, but whatever. But Vikings and Chargers, I see myself. Like,
I get it. Well, the
you're
Vikings
going to see
and
a lot of
Chargers
memes of like handshakes, Spider-Man looking in the mirror, looking back at each other. Like we are a sister franchise. Moretto when he wakes up from his coma.
What a catch by Hawkinson right here for the touch. This was such a bad throw. Such a bad throw. Wow.
The problem with
they
that
got to go
guy
for 2.
Is also, Rob, all game he never sees his outlets.
I know he can't.
He doesn't see the outlets.
And like you see these fucking like screen passes that he's throwing to these backs. They are horrendous. There's 0 touch.
Like, all right, make the 2.
What
Come on, buddy.
Horrible throw. Akello Witherspoon was hurt on that play for the Rams, one of their starting corners, by the way. Not that, I mean, it could matter, but I don't know.
Who was hurt? Who?
Akello Witherspoon is walking off very slowly here. He's one of the starting corners for the Rams. That just might be of note going forwards, considering they'd play A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith next week.
Okay, guys, I'm going to do a tornado siren once again.
Is that my computer?
No.
Oh, that's Freddie. I know Fred. That's Winnipeg's Freddie.
Freddie McDonald. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like
different. Well, you said someone got hurt. It's just wanted to let you know that someone got hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. You made me think, and then I was like, I'm gonna have to explain Freddie to these guys. Why is Freddie playing on my computer? doing it right now.
Can't benefit from I mean, technically, you can always benefit from an injury in some way, but that's not enough. Also, you probably got to throw into the end zone on the 2-point conversion.
Oh, God.
Hard to convert 2 points if you throw 2 yards short of the end zone. Oh, man. What a painful watch. What a painful watch. A missed 2-point would be is big for the under there. Big for the under. What was your favorite talking point for Circle Back today?
It's a good show.
I thought it was pretty good today.
Although
I come away from them and I think they're all pretty good. I'm very biased, but
no, today kind of felt good. What was the third one?
The third one was Kirk and Diggs versus TA was the third one.
Yeah, no, it was the I don't want to spoil it. I liked I liked all of it. I thought it was a good show. I like the buddy's tweet about George's mom's lottery tickets.
Oh man, that was a good one.
Yeah, what was he comparing it to again? Oh, Fezzik complaining about the Starbucks. Yeah, with the loyalty points. Fezzik's it had to do with Fezzik Caesar's loyalty points.
Yes,
and that lunch. That's why he's so upset because the lunch should actually the coffee and the snack should be free.
Yeah. That was a long show today. That was a long show. I had a pretty lengthy rant during the show.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil that. I could have teased that better. But yeah, Rob, I'll say the segment that you're referring to, Kirk thought it was like the best segment he's at least ever been a part of on the show.
So
is that because he enjoyed maybe
Kirk loves the confrontation. He lives for that. I don't necessarily live for that. I kind of felt a little bit uncomfortable at times during that rant, but I just had to speak my piece. So we'll see that. People will see that tomorrow. You let me know what you think. You'll know.
And I was surprised, so we could talk about it here. How you didn't, you just didn't even feel Simon gave you enough with bashing the Wong teaser, and going through 0 in a playoff game. Or do you have like a special? You're like smiling like you got your own little special when the season's over.
So here's what's been happening lately.
Uh-oh.
People are starting to DM me with really old clips from the show where Simon says something that's like completely out there. And I have like this collection assembled and I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet. But there are some insane things that he has said over 3 years, not necessarily even just sports betting, because we can agree to disagree on sports betting or whatever. Like, I'm not going to teaser math is teaser math. What are you going to do? There's nothing I can really say about that. But like, to me, the best one is still that he believes, not that he believes, he has said that he was
back-to-back losing weeks.
Well, that one was nuts. What
would be? I don't know.
He consulted for an NFL team.
That's fucking wild.
And he went into their facilities, and he mentioned that they need to take Anthony Richardson with their top pick, and they took a different quarterback. But he says once he said that to them, the room went quiet. They all looked at him like he was insane. So it's either the Panthers or the Texans. Because those are the other teams that took quarterbacks.
There's no way. There is like no way. There's just no way. Like by consult, he has a friend who works in like marketing at a team, and he told that guy. Like literally, like I don't even like. I don't know, man. Like there's no way. Like consult. I had a drink with a guy who works like, entry level at this team. And I told him this is who you should draft. And he'll go on in the air and say, I consulted for a team.
He said he consulted for a team and he was in like their draft. I think he said draft room. I don't
No,
I don't know who he's
no,
referring to.
no.
Oh, that was almost a deep ball.
You know what, Rob?
Yep.
There's no Simon Hunter's never seen an NFL team's like pre-draft big board.
I just got a message from a guy who's watching DM that says, I know a guy who has connects with the Texans if you want me to try and find out. So we could do this because we have connects with the Panthers. Eager's there. He could easily find out if they ever employed Simon Hunter in any capacity. Then this guy could find out
It's
about
a
the
previous
Texans.
regime, right? Like Eager's got to go to march down to HR to ask them about Simon Hunter.
He would do that for me. And if this guy can
Like
get
maybe
the Texans,
in year, like I guess year
Jeff,
one's over. He's not a rookie anymore.
this is did Stafford get a yard there? Did they give him a yard?
No,
Oh,
I'm seeing it as no gain.
it's a no gain. I took him over half yard.
Yeah, Mayo. That was yeah. I mean, you wish the score was lower, tighter, because he would.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
done. It's really not in play now, in my
It's
opinion.
really not in play, and now the kneel out is obviously.
But I got
very
lucky because I
likely.
didn't think the Nakua was in play, and we ended up.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
want
it's
to say we
saying
cashed
no
it yet.
gain.
He might catch a 6-yard negative toss or something like that. Friggin' joke.
This quarter's been pretty long.
Yeah.
Maybe I say
seems-
that every week.
You kind of do. I'm not gonna lie to you, Jeff.
But I feel like doing this enough, I get I could feel when it's a long quarter or like a fast quarter.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
People in the chat are like, Rob really has something against Simon, and they are correct because I cannot stand. There's one thing that will bother me more than anything else. It's a compulsive liar. Because it's like this sense of self-worth where you think that the people that you're talking to are dumb. Like if you lie at that level, it implies that you think that your audience is stupid. That's how I perceive it. So for him to say he's doing like fucking draft work for teams, the Hawaii story, I need to really understand what happened there because that one, there's something going on. I don't know why his syndicate would send him out to Hawaii where they have no betting over there, by the way. He's running. He's a mover. Like he's running to different sports books to place bets. Why would they send them? None of that makes sense. Got to figure that out. All these stories don't align, Jeff.
They don't make sense. Yeah, there's a lot of puzzle
sense.
pieces. He gives you puzzle pieces by like oversharing lies.
Yes.
And it's like, what
he can't
the
help
hell?
himself. Can't even keep a lie straight anymore. He
And
can't help
then-
himself.
Yeah, he'll make a lot of like insane comments that just is like a pro better. Like if someone's a contractor, they're talking to someone like parading as a contractor, it's going to be like a lot, like just in terms of like verbiage or thing, like, right? Like it's not hard to tell when like it is the life you live and a lot of your
Yeah.
peers, like I don't understand. There's a lot.
If you compare me to if I'm the Chad Millman of the Hammer, which whatever, I don't love the comparison, but if I am, it would be like me bringing on T-Bone to be my NFL expert because he's a pro better. That's what the comparison would be. He spends his time in casinos making bets on other people's behalves. He talks to people in the casino. That's what the comp is. It's me bringing on T-Bone and saying, this is the guy you have to listen. Like, think about how asinine that is. Insane that is.
If we did like an SNL skit, I would probably have to play Simon. Like I could like get the hair going like him. I mean, just like if we were casting from the network of characters, I feel like I'd have to play that.
Who are the comps in the organization, right? Like I loved playing this game, by the way. I think we did this with Barstool before.
Who would you like? I guess.
Yeah, Chad was kind of like the main content guy. You know? Yeah, Mike says Kanish, but like I agree. But Kanish goes on. He tells stories about his day-to-day work life. He's not pretending like he's out there being a pro better. He's saying, I like this team in college football because, you know, tailgate likes this or franchise. Like, you know, he's relaying the information in an honest manner. He's not portraying himself as something that he's not. That's the difference. That's the difference.
I like a lot of people that action. Like I have a buddy who I think is like about to sign there.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's he
Like,
going to sign there? They just let go like half of their.
I know, right? But yeah, I guess they want. I don't know. There's
You know?
still some people.
I will say they are watching this content regularly. They know what
I
I've
don't
been.
know. I like a lot of the people there.
So do I. It's not.
But then, like, you know, what am I going to do? I'm not going to glad hand them when, like, they fire good people and then get, like, have AI reports on these, not box scores. What were they having the AI reports on again?
Oh, that was just Pix articles, right? Like
Yeah,
behind.
yeah. But behind the paywall.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. These.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
This
run
makes
play.
the at least for Vikings fans, they don't get the whole like off-season controversy at all.
Yeah, it's just McCarthy now next year. And that's it.
You can't even the people that wanted to tag Darnold and like trade him for like, you know, just any sort of extra juicy compensation, like a mid-round pick.
Right.
No.
Nope, not happening.
And what sort of team? I don't know. It's really unfair. Like, you play so well, the expectation gets built up. It's too bad. It's what matters. But who's going to want to sign him?
Darnold sneak there for first down.
Different than a tout. Yeah. Different. Yeah. I mean, of course it's like different.
Yeah.
Like a way worse tout. Like, if I'd rather like pay for a good tout.
Oh, I mean, most times just don't pay for picks. I mean, really, most times it's not going to be beneficial in any way. Just fucking flip coins yourself is the reality of it. Cucky Irving says, I bet the Action Network folks are watching. I hope so. I mean, I know that they are because there's some stuff that's happened behind the scenes that I don't really want to get into.
Well, I said I like action, like a lot of people.
Little better collective stuff behind the scenes that's been going on. But
sorry, I like a lot of people there. I like a lot of people there.
I
that
agree.
was the only point I wanted to make.
So do I.
Other than that, I've really got no other point to make. All right. Well,
that's it, Jeff. Longest quarter ever, right?
No. It actually like sped up. It actually sped up. But that would have been one of those things where good. I guess. Maybe I was just like a little winded after my like 4-minute Charger rant. Maybe. That might have been one.
You were on fire there, man. I tried to step in a few times. I got fucking run over.
No.
It's like I stepped in front of a military vehicle, a tank rolling down the street.
That's okay. But all you got to know is, like, look at all these quarterbacks that are going to be playing next week. Even the ones that played this week. Like, where'd they all come from? Even the ones that used to suck and then were now decent. Like, where'd they come from? Top of the draft? Middle of the first round of the draft? Like, outside of Russell Wilson, what's the fucking story? Like, where's anyone? And I'm not even trying to give Russell credit, but like,
you don't have to sell me, Jeff.
No, I'm not even on Herbert. Like, it's just like it's the elite. Like, it's just the only way. And then you see it now, and even the bad ones, or the ones that used to be bad, like Baker or Goff, what have you, first overall. So it's the only place to get them. Okay.
Well, it was good talking to you. Got a huge downgrade coming up in the fourth quarter. So
I disagree.
Have a good one, Jeff.
I
mean, it's a matter of perspective. My perspective.
Okay. I disagree. So long.
All right. Jeff Feinberg, everyone. I was really trying to set him up to roast Hitman in some way, and he just refused. That was really disappointing, the way that he left there. Like praising Hitman in a way. Tough to see. I see you, E-Colt. Rams D next TD 33-1. I see you, my friend. But it's the fourth quarter here. And you know what that means. We got no gimmicks in place tonight. There's no fade of Hitman happening. We're tailing tonight. I have decided that anything that he says in the fourth quarter, tonight I'm tailing. We reversed that trend last time. We faded. We hit. But we're tailing tonight. Hitman steps up and in. What do you got?
Nothing, man. Vikings suck.
They do suck, man.
This is so embarrassing.
You know what's pretty embarrassing? I bet Tyler Higbee under receptions. He goes over in like halfway through the first quarter, and then he gets injured and doesn't play another snap.
I know. I got a text from Mike Durso in the chat, and he was like, Higbee, worst bet ever, or whatever. And it's a group chat, and one of my partners is in it, and he's like, oh, I like Higbee under. And Durso was like, well, apparently Hitman liked under. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And he was like, yeah, from the live stream.
I got to tell you, right now, as I see you, and Darnold with a big run there.
I'm about to say it. Let's go, Darnold.
Oh, who's down on the field here? Oh, Brian O'Neill's down.
That's a late hit, right?
It is. I have to ask you about.
You have to do me a solid, and we're gonna have to do the pause.
Okay, I'm ahead of you. I'll come back. In time because I don't think I'm going to be live betting much here. I do have to ask you about your attire that you're wearing right there, your shirt in specific. That's like a hockey undershirt or something like. I don't know what's going on there.
It's 20 degrees in New Jersey, man. It's cold out.
Yeah, but what about in your house?
It's a little warmer in the house, but you want to know what actually happened? No lie. I haven't golfed in like a week and a half. And this morning, like around like noon or something, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get out. And I got all dressed for it, like the way I look right now.
Yeah.
With a few more layers on top of this. And then I was like, let me just call the place that is right next to my house.
Yeah.
Said we're still closed due to snow. Then I called another place, still closed. Then I looked, every single place in the freaking within like a 60-mile radius is closed. Man, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Next one, man. I
swear, like, funny? You want to know something funny? Gary in the chat said the uncut gems thing.
Yeah.
Jason, if you can find it, find the photo with Adam Sandler with like the dark glasses that he had, because I just got new glasses for the blue light glasses.
Yeah. You got
for when I'm on the computer, and I sent it to a buddy, and that's what he sent back. What do you guys think?
No. I know. You look like this is Robert De Niro in Casino glasses.
But let me say.
Put that back on. Robert De Niro, Casino. So, I mean, Bono is not bad. That you actually do look like Bono right now. More like Bono than anything.
That's actually perfect. Yes, that's a great call. That is.
I was gonna say Ruben from Ocean's 11.
Right there. That is a great call, Rob.
There you go.
You remember Robert De Niro in the beginning? He said, I was so good at betting that when I would make a bet, every book in the entire world would move their number.
Yep. I do remember that. Yep.
So there we go. That's my future.
I want to say though, I didn't see Bono until someone mentioned it, but you actually do look like Bono with the glasses on, like the facial hair and everything.
Let me see who that is again.
You don't know who Bono is?
No.
You have no idea who Bono is?
No.
You've never seen Bono?
I don't know who Bono is, what Bono is.
You too? You also don't know who Bono is?
Have you ever heard of U2?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not a big music guy, but yes, I have heard of U2.
But like Hitman, you live on planet Earth. It's not about being a music guy. It's about being a human being.
Dude, I don't know many things other than a few betting things and few video games things back in the day. I don't know much.
I don't know if you're trolling me or not.
No, I do not know who Bono is. I swear to God.
Oh, this is who Jason was thinking of. Okay. Oh my God, man! I need Jefferson.
Man.
I need Jefferson to make 2 more catches, man. It seems like he's been on 5 catches forever.
I actually ended up betting that also after you sent it. I found a pretty stale price on it. It was like minus 115.
Yeah, the 115s are out there. Yeah.
Does Hitman know who the U.S. president is? I don't even think the current U.S. president knows who he is, let alone do I know who he is.
Oh man, this Hitman did win our NFL trivia on the Hammer HQ.
Dude, I mean, me beating Eric Eager was you didn't think I had it in me.
You know what I did though, because if you recall, I had a decent shot at beating Eager. It came down to my last answer, and I screwed the pooch big time with my last answer. I was so close. I'll never live that down. Did Hitman fade himself giving out Kupp overs?
Worst bet of the entire year by me, betting Cooper Kupp over. I thought I had an angle, and it was legitimately, I think, the worst bet I've made all year.
Holy fuck, man. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. Oh, I'm crying a little bit. Oh, okay. It's because you texted me that earlier. You messaged me that earlier. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, I bet Higbee under 2.5.
Dude, legitimately, 2 drives in when they were going more 12 personnel than I thought would have been. And like Robinson was splitting a lot of the 12 personnel or playing over Kupp in that. Yeah. And Higbee was getting every target. I just hated myself instantly.
I think you should lean into being like a Blez Bets copy. I think you could pull that off really well. Come on, you're telling me Cooper Kupp drops a ball, you record it, you throw something around in your office, put it up to Twitter, you'll do like 500,000 views.
Yeah, I don't know. You know me, I'm not big into the content. I'm pretty quiet on Twitter.
Yeah, I know. We only run a content company. You know,
I just. Oh my God, Darnold.
He stinks, dude. I didn't want Nailers wide open. Yeah,
as the cool guys say, a lot of JFB and STFU. You know,
I bet Aaron Jones under 14.5 attempts. Can you explain to me why they would even run the ball? Like, what are they doing
right now? I bet Cam Akers under early in the week, it was like 24.5 rush yards. I think he has 2 attempts and he went over
30. Yeah.
How many attempts does he have?
3.
3.
You know, I gave out Cam Akers alts on the pregame show today. Darnold sucks, man.
Great handicap. You really called that big run.
I did. That's exactly what I said. I said he's going to have
Darnold,
a big run.
how do you take a sack? Oh my God. I mean, now you have to punt.
No, you have to go.
On 4th and 20?
It's 18. You're down 18 points. You're down 3 possessions. There's not going to be 3 possessions left in the game. I mean, they're going to punt, but like you have to go.
Yeah, I guess I'm just so hopeless on Darnold right now.
That is the.
I mean, I don't know, dude. If it was like 8-9 minutes, I think go. But
I need to know what this guy was doing on the punt coverage here for the Vikings. He just ran himself into the end zone. He can't even touch the ball at that point.
Yeah, you know, I think the last 2 weeks with Darnold is a great example of it's hard to quantify, but just a clutch factor with some of these quarterbacks, you know?
Yeah.
Like Patrick Mahomes has a clutch factor that like you just really can't quantify that well, you know? And Sam Darnold, I mean, what do you say about this? It's like
guy sucks, man. It's plain and simple.
Like he's literally been unplayable in these 2 big games.
What are you gonna do? You eating?
Rob, let's sync up.
What is that? Apple you're eating?
I got some strawberries, blueberries, apples, bananas.
This had to be a face mask, no? Yeah, it should have been. I saw that in real time. Now they're stopping the play to discuss it afterwards. You ever done a shower orange, Hitman?
No, I think you asked me that before. Nope.
I was gonna stop, but the play clock wasn't running, so I gotta. That is a face mask. They're calling it afterwards. Definitely was in real time and looked like one.
Oh wow, Brian O'Neill in the locker room.
Yeah, it's toast. That's our alert for an injury. Yeah. But
Oh,
you're
wow.
not-
I
we
thought
can't-
it was something Jason was doing.
It is something he is doing. But we can't do anything with that information. I'm stopping at 20. 20, I'm stopped at.
Okay. Go.
All right. Should be pretty close now.
I mean, you literally gave me a 2-second buffer zone.
I know. I didn't. It's all right. We're good now. We're
It's all
good.
good.
I mean, it's not like this matters anyways at this point.
Yeah, big run coming. I had a Vikings jersey on before the stream. I took it off though.
You throw it in the garbage like Skip Bayless does. You film yourself too, throwing it in the garbage. Brand new garbage bag every single time. You ever notice that? Nothing in Skip Bayless's garbage ever.
He's lucky if that's what they're talking about, the latest allegations.
I think I'm gonna need you to disconnect and reconnect it, man. Are you hearing that too, Rob, or is that just me?
No, it's I heard it as well. I just thought it was him chewing an apple at first, but then it was in and out.
You want me to leave and come back?
Leave and come back.
You don't have to come back. It's fine. No, I'm kidding.
Leave and come back. Well, Kyron Williams is going off here.
That was mean.
It was pretty
going
mean
off
from you of all people.
I love Hitman. Me and him, like,
Yeah, you guys are bros on the Saturday prop show.
oh yeah, Friday now. By the way, in case you want to tune in, we had a great turnout this week. By the way, it was an
true.
unreal show.
You good?
Yeah, we're good
Yeah,
now.
you're better now.
Prop show was great. I actually watched it on Friday. I can't stand the sight of Hitman, but I made it through the whole show.
Yeah, I know some people didn't like the no official picks, but I mean, at this point in our network history, do you really want actual official picks? Like,
It's true. This
You're not
network's
wrong.
cursed, man. It's cursed.
Yeah,
Hammer
I
Betting
will-
Network was cursed since day one. Don't know what it was.
I
Free
feel
bread?
like you bring someone like Kanish on, you know,
I
you're
know.
just making a deal with the devil. You know, it's just karma.
It's true.
I do quickly want to toot our own horns a bit. We talked a lot about Cooper Kupp unders and just like what's wrong with Cooper Kupp on the prop show. Good look, man. Good look. Valuable information. You don't need plays to get valuable information.
Yep.
So
big Hammer board meeting tomorrow. Lots of stuff going to go down.
Would this lot? So this line is opening what, 5 right now? I don't. Spank Odds always puts up these games pretty late.
Yeah, I can
That's
tell you.
one
right
thing
now.
they gotta adjust.
They all do, man. The screens are bad
On
nowadays.
Vesco.
Yeah, they're bad for these nowadays.
Dude, I'm using the wager talk screen to on the 2-minute delay.
That's when you know. That's when you know you got to reevaluate your life.
I don't. With Spank Odds not having it, it hurts. I ended up missing the Washington 10.5 because of that.
Yeah, that was a tough one. It's first and that looked like a false start. I think it's going to be 1st and 31 in a second here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Let's see what these live odds look like.
Yeah, 5.5. Let me see what's going
How
on.
many rushing yards does Stafford have right now?
0 because I bet him over half. And he couldn't fall forwards on that one attempt that he had. Jay, what time are we doing the prop show this week? Is it Friday at 4:00 again?
Friday at 4:00, and I just put it in the chat.
All right.
I'll be posted on Wednesday. You
Yeah.
can set your reminders.
It's a live Q&A. You can actually get in there and ask Hitman questions in real time. It's not like the Saturday show where the picks they go out and everyone fucking goes nuts, man. It's like a race at that point. It's like the Brad Powers release shows, you know? People are just fucking falling all over their feet trying to bet these Hitman plays. You got me last night, Hitman, on the Commanders, by the way. I hate losing to you, man.
I got the better CLV too, or did. Well, actually, I don't know what price you bet on that game.
Not a good one. Slightly positive.
Did you see it? Did you see it went to 2.5, like minus 120 for a period on? I think it was on Sunday morning.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it was just at $1, and the limits were absolutely massive.
Yep. See, this is why you couldn't punt in that other situation. The Rams have just run, even if they punt back. I mean, listen, the game's over.
I mean, theoretically, like you got to down them inside. You got to down the ball inside the 10. Yeah. Like, not do what that gunner did. Is there any Cooper Kupp lines? I mean, he's not going to play another snap.
Well,
no.
All right. Tough question.
Let me ask you something real quick, Rob. What do you think about Of course, there's no rush yards for anyone up right now. It was just up. I was going to ask you about Stafford.
Yep.
He was at -0.5 rushing yard. Is that still up?
Yeah, it is. Well,
it just got taken down. It was -0.5. Sorry, -1.5.
What do you think about obviously it's just determined, like, does he take a knee or not?
But also Minnesota,
like, if they're up enough, do they send him out there to take the knees? You know what I mean?
I don't know what the Rams do in those situations. Like, the Bills very often put out Trubisky, right? Yeah, for those.
Jason, make yourself useful. Go to Rams blowout wins. All right. And let's see at the end who was taking knees. Like, maybe like 2 scores up.
You'll get this answer by the time the Rams kick off next week.
Their biggest blowout win was it Jimmy Garoppolo? I don't know. I don't know. What's this say?
I don't know.
Yeah, who did the Rams blow out this year? They blew out the Vikings. Basically,
they literally did not win by margin over any team this entire year. That is insane. Vikings by 10.
That was their biggest win of the year.
Let me go with the play-by-play. Yeah, but I mean, that one, yeah.
Stafford kneeled them out.
Yeah. But I kind of expected. I mean, it was an 8-point game with 1.5 minutes left, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not stunned by that.
Would you take yourself -165 in a game of horse against me?
I mean, I was the varsity captain of my high school basketball team. So, But the part that I'm leaving out is that we were the worst team probably in like the 70-year school history. We went 1-21.
Yeah, so, I played a lot of high school.
I wasn't much of a shooter. I wasn't much of a shooter, to be honest. So
I was, but I'm not now.
Yeah,
I could shoot in high school. Like if we were down, I was always coming in the game, and they would be drawing up plays to get me shots because I'd
probably take you then.
Yeah, but I'm not a good shooter now.
If it was like football, if it was like a 1-on-1, like receiver corner type gauntlet we had, I would take myself as a big favorite. But
yeah, I
think I'll give you the shooting.
Jason knows like where I went to high school, and the high school is 99% Italian. So we would go play other schools where the let's say the demographics were a little bit different, and we would go out to like Milliken Mills and Brother Andre and these schools, and these kids are dunking in warm-ups in grade 10, and we're on the other side there, and we're like, this ain't gonna go well. There's just not a chance that this is gonna end well. Dark times. Dark times.
Is Jefferson still at 5?
He sure is. I'm going to lose Jefferson
Wow.
unless they force feed him on this drive. Hard-hitting question. Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels?
I'll go Bret Hart.
Okay, this is hilarious because for years they had the beef and they really embraced like the US versus Canada rivalry. And I was like the Canadian trader that really liked Shawn Michaels in all of that. And my friends used to put me in sharpshooters all the time because of that. But in hindsight, God, I should have liked Bret Hart way more than I did. They fucking ran the ball, man. It's Akers. Akers. Yes. We're almost there. We need one more yard. One more yard. We already hit the 25.
Plus that?
Let me see.
That's what you bet, right? 40 plus.
We bet 25 plus, 40 plus, and 50 plus. All of the derivatives.
Here you go.
Come on, baby. Tell me you gave him a yard.
That's a yard.
That's a
Easily.
yard.
Easily.
That's easily a yard. That's 40 right there.
I mean,
They're even giving a first down.
Anytime you can run the ball in these situations, you know.
Get Akers. Well, let's get the 50 and then get him out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, if Minnesota runs the ball one more time, dude, like
they just gave up on the game. The Vikings literally gave up on the game. Like, who is this coming in right now? In the
Ty
Chandler.
I guess Aaron Jones is hurt.
I mean, this is a playoff game. I understand you're down.
Siren once again.
Are we betting Ty Chandler anytime touchdown?
Aaron Jones is hurt.
Are we doing Ty Chandler?
I don't even know if we can.
I don't think he's going to be listed. There's almost no chance that that's happening.
He's not listed.
No.
Cam Akers is there, though. Embarrassing performance from KOC.
Yeah. I haven't really seen a performance this embarrassing since Hitman on Forward Progress Best Bets last year.
I like under 42.5 live.
Okay.
I'm betting that.
Okay. It's a go. You heard Hitman. Under 42.5 live. Go, 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 go. I'm clicking away now. FanDuel's 42.5 minus 105. Move to minus 113. We're all going nuts at the same time. But what if they get stopped here on 4th down?
Yeah,
second down. It's 4th down. It's going to be 4th down.
That's bad for it. Obviously, that would be bad. You really need them to get this. You really need them to get this.
Oh my God, the curse, man. You're the curse on this stream. They got to get this now. It looked like a first down, and that was going to be a great bet.
I know.
And Aaron Jones is in the game, by the way.
Obviously, I was pretty much, I thought 1st and 10 was coming. And then obviously Minnesota needs to score and get the 2.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you cucked the chat, man. You cucked them hard.
Ronnie Rivers?
We already have Rivers.
If you haven't, now's the time.
All right, they got it.
Yeah, they got it. They got it. They got
Relax,
it.
everyone.
Relax. I don't know what happened to your mic again. The exact same thing happened.
Is
I think
it,
all
is
your
it fucked up still?
Yeah, I think
Try
all
closing tabs if you have anything open or like.
No, it's probably all this burner phones are interfering with the signal.
I've never had a burner phone in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's a burner phone? Someone explain that to me.
Yeah,
I'll even come back again.
Okay.
please.
How should we fuck with Hitman while he's gone? Quickly. Chat, come up with ideas. Quick.
What if we just put him on screen solo and see what happens?
And just like we just have audio, but have him solo.
No, just we're gonna drop out completely. He's just gonna come back in solo, and we're just gonna leave him on screen.
Turn off your camera then when that happens. Turn off your camera and mute.
Right now?
No, not when he comes back. We'll add him in and just we should freeze. We should fake freeze. We should just both be like, say the word tomato.
Yeah, got it. We'll both break freeze. I like that.
And then we cut our video.
Oh, that was actually a great play by Darnold there. Johnny Munt, my guy.
Johnny Munt.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, I mean this 2 minute drill by them is fucking pathetic.
You didn't know what to do. You just left.
We'll do it again.
Just
We'll do
left.
it again.
Okay.
We'll do it again. That's so good, man. We'll do it again.
Don't laugh. He's gonna come back.
No. I'm gonna be like I didn't know what happened there.
All right,
I think he saw himself alone on screen. He's like, "Fuck this."
Panicked.
Fuck this.
That was a quick leave. That was crazy.
That was amazing. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah.
That was weird. Sometimes StreamYard does the dumbest things. Yo, sorry, we're back now.
All right, are we good?
We're good.
I think so.
Yeah, sometimes every now and then StreamYard just it's been giving us some issues lately, and we just kind of
All right. Let's go stop. There we go. There's the Sam Darnold that we've seen today. Rob, are you frozen? Jesus Christ.
I have to pull myself out because I just start laughing every time. That's so good.
he refuses to do the show alone. You notice that? Like
What the heck's going on?
he
Company man, Hitman. Let's go.
he just refuses.
Oh my god, what the fuck is going on here with this fucking
thing.
Are we good?
It seems like we're good this time.
Yeah.
Oh man. 3rd and 11 incoming here.
All right. Here we go.
Are we gonna get like a Jefferson catch or what's going on here? 2 catches.
If we're gonna lose the live under, hopefully it's on 2 Jefferson catches.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
No.
Addison, no. They're gonna review that. I don't think he caught that.
I thought he caught it.
You thought he caught it?
So fucking far behind you guys.
Good eye, Rob. Great eye.
You know, maybe you need to put on those Bono sunglasses. Oh my God, man.
Someone said this Akers beat Hurts. Rob doesn't know Akers is at 39.
I do know he's at 39. 5 carries for 39. Oh, no, I thought he hit 40. They stat corrected him.
Wow.
How'd they stat correct? Didn't it go from 3rd and 2 to 4th and 1?
What the fuck?
What? It was definitely 3rd and 2.
You guys know what to do. Reach out to your reach out to the NFL stats team.
So let's play guess. Rob, let's play guess the line. I'm guessing Rams -2.5 against the Eagles.
Sorry, did I hear you correctly?
You don't think that's right?
I don't think that's right. I'm also in pain. They at least targeted Jefferson. I can't believe he didn't. I mean, he was like at 5 catches in the second quarter. Love that, by the way. I don't know if people got what you were doing there.
Yeah, the real ones now.
The real ones, though. The real ones, though. Oh,
Probably -6.
Yeah.
Would be my best guess.
Now that this is out of reach and you're a friend of mine, I do want to tell you that myself and Jason both fake froze 2 times to see what your reaction would be.
Oh, man. Oh, more
But
tricks. More
You
tricks.
you couldn't actually put together. I was frozen, but the lights behind me were changing. So you didn't realize that was
Dude,
happening.
I'm not even looking at you, man. I a lot of the times during these streams, I'm refreshing Twitter on my browser.
Yep.
On the phone.
Exactly what you want from doing content. Slow down the computer a little bit. On my phone, browser, I'm not even paying, Yep.
I'm just more hurt.
Listen, do you want me looking for great bets like under 42.5? Or do you want me just talking about U2?
I mean, you don't even know who U2 is, so how are you going to talk about U2? You have no fucking clue.
I'm just more hurt that you didn't want to just hold on to the stream for 2 minutes in case we did freeze. You just
Dude, I didn't even know it was. I didn't know if I was still. I didn't know if I was still in the stream or if I was backstage or whatever the hell.
Have you heard of Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I've heard of them.
Okay. Can you name one song?
I can't name one song.
Not a single Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
If you mention their most famous song, I'll probably know it.
By the way,
what's their most famous song?
I don't know what's got their most streams, honestly. That would be a really good question.
Sick Love, honestly.
I don't. Yeah,
they just boost the streams.
I can name one U2 song.
Yeah, tell me it's Discotheque.
No.
Joshua Tree. Is that an album or a song? I don't know. I don't know.
That's an album.
Couldn't name
Under the Bridge would be the biggest Red Hot Chili Peppers song. Californication. Yeah. Can't Stop was pretty big for them as well. Are you familiar with Foo Fighters?
I know they have one song, My Hero.
Okay, there you go. They have more than one song.
They have more than one song.
More than one song.
I said I know one song.
This might be a little bit tougher.
Pantera.
Soundgarden?
No. Tried.
He's done.
What?
Hitman is done with this game.
What is it?
Soundgarden.
What music do you listen to, Hitman? Or do you not listen to music at all?
No, I got a Spotify with some stuff on it.
I'm gonna send you a link.
I liked a lot of rap music growing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Lil Wayne.
Weird Al Yankovic.
I like Lil Wayne's probably my favorite artist.
Lil Wayne.
Right. I like Phil Collins.
Okay.
Not
Genesis?
really of the rap variety, but
yeah, that was crazy jump.
It's really interesting.
In the Air Tonight, that's my favorite song of all time.
Yeah. You know the drum fill?
Dude, I sang I got blackout drunk on a cruise once and I sang the karaoke at night to the In the Air Tonight.
That's your karaoke song?
Oh yeah.
We talked about this on the stream before. That's a good karaoke song.
Oh yeah.
Great karaoke song.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I mean, you don't know who Bono is, but you like Lil Wayne and you like Phil Collins. It's really interesting. Fascinating person, man.
I went to a Rick Ross concert when I was like 20.
That's unreal.
21.
Really?
I was one of the only white people that was there. Me and my buddies.
That was 25 years ago now.
No, that was 10 years ago, maybe 15.
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
Yeah, I love when Jason doesn't realize the jokes; they just go right over his. He's actually doing the real math on your age, and no, it's 10 years. Yeah.
Don't want to age Hitman. It's a young buck.
So, what does Minnesota do here? Just run the ball out, play for next season.
2 passes to Justin Jefferson to Neal.
This weekend of games, man, Bucks Commanders was good, but these games sucked. Did
you end up playing Diami Brown under on the stream last night?
I played both him and Zacchaeus under. So I chopped those. I lost Bryant.
Did you at least warn the chat and say, I'm going against Hitman on Diami Brown? You might not want to tail this, or no?
I did actually warn the chat. I did also say that you would have been speculating on Jamison Crowder's availability, and that he ended up playing, and you probably didn't like De'Ami Brown anymore.
Zacchaeus was the play. That was the best play.
I split last night. Well, I didn't split. I did split record-wise, but we lost some juice because I played Brian Robinson under receptions as well, and I paid a hefty price for that one.
They took fucking Jefferson out of the game. And then Trent Sherfield comes in, and Trent Sherfield catches the ball.
They took literally. This is pretty indicative. They took all their starters out, other than their starting quarterback. If that's
well, he is a backup, so he's been a backup most of his life. Might as well treat him that way. This is rough. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, you're probably waiting for Eagles, Rams. Man, the Eagles.
I'm sure it's probably posted already. Honestly, like they posted this stuff early when the Bills got eliminated.
Yeah, it's still locked on FanDuel. Did you do it? You didn't release anything early this week. I don't like much, man. These lines look pretty good to me. Pretty good.
Yeah, I bet one play. I don't know if I'm gonna. The lines moved a little bit from the opener, and I don't know. I don't know how much I love it. It wasn't a big bet or anything.
Yeah,
even like the props. Like once you get to this point, like the lines were opening up during like the lines for are literally opening up as soon as the game is posted within like 15 minutes. Like the lines are out for 6 days before they ever make it to a lot of like paperheads and everything. Like it's a lot harder in the playoffs, obviously.
FanDuel, I'm just looking at next week.
FanDuel opened everything. Yeah, they opened every prop immediately.
Well, they have FanDuel's pretty off market on Mahomes completions. 23.5 minus 120 to the over. And pretty much everywhere else is 24.5 juiced over. So that's an interesting one. They're also
haven't really handicapped it yet, but I feel like I'd probably be more inclined for the over. But
I agree.
Don't hold me to that.
And then I'm
sure it'll move in the next 30 seconds.
Well, they've also Austin Eckler's rushing yards is much lower at FanDuel than it is elsewhere as well. They have him opened at 21.5, and I'm pretty much seeing 24.5, 25.5 everywhere else. Eckler was pretty heavily involved. I just don't know how much I like him in the rushing yards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
what did he have yesterday? He was 8 for 27. He got 8 carries.
Yeah. They just could not run the ball, period.
Well, Robinson was horrible in the running game yesterday. Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you. Like,
wow. Got away with one there.
I can't believe Jefferson had like 5 catches early. I feel like.
Don't remind me, man. Don't remind me, please. Gonna lose that. So pregame props that we gave out: Jefferson over 6.5, loser. Aaron Jones under 14.5. He's on 13. That's going to win. Tyler Higbee under 2.5, loss. Leans not available at FanDuel. Tutu Atwell under 1.5. Has he caught a ball? No. That was.
Has he played a snap? I don't know if he's played a snap. I don't think he has.
That's a very good question. And then Cam Akers alternate ladders. Unfortunately, he's going to fall 1 yard short. That is really depressing on that one.
Tutu Atwell has 1 snap.
Oh, baby.
Wow.
According to PFF, 1 snap.
Those are the best plays, man. No better plays than the 1 snap.
Yep, he's got the 1 snap.
And he was run blocking.
What happened with do people know who you were going to have on Circles Off this week?
I announced it earlier in the show. Yeah.
I missed it. What happened with him? What was his reasoning?
He didn't give me reasoning other than that he just couldn't do it, and we'll try to reschedule. I could sense that it was coming though, if I'm being completely honest, just by the lack of communication in the last couple days, I really had a feeling that it was not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know it would be entertaining, but I feel like I wouldn't want to give him a bigger platform than he's already getting. You know, I know like everyone listening to it would know that he's an idiot, but
I don't. So like I would ask him I'm going to ask him like real questions. It's not going to be like a fucking fluff.
No, I know.
It was Blez Betts. Blez Betts was going to be. He just said to me, "Can't do the pod right now. Sorry." That was it.
The only thing that bothers me about him is that, like, I know we all know he's an idiot and like obviously satire, right? But like he gets so much engagement, he's gonna pop up on people's For You page who don't know that. And he has like a Telegram, he has like a tout service, and I'm worried that like
he's gonna develop an enormous following very quickly. Like Blez is at. I mean, I checked this morning and he was at 10.3K followers. He's at 11K followers right now on YouTube.
He's betting $3,000 into six-figure markets. Like, who cares?
But people don't understand that. That's the thing. Like, they
don't get it. Nobody gets it.
They just see the big tickets and they're like, these guys are like 19, 20 years old.
They're not even big.
To the younger audience, it's big.
Yeah. But like there's so many others that are posting so much bigger ones, like Bo Wagner, Vegas Dave.
Oh, Bo Wagner will be on Circle Back tomorrow. I don't know if you know Hitman, but he paid his mortgage with sports betting at the age of 44 years old because he's the greatest sports bettor on planet Earth. He actually showed his mortgage statement this week on his Twitter. True story. Also not the biggest flex. Not as big a flex as he thinks it is. Let's just put it that way. Anyways,
I mean, you might get a lot of threats in your DMs coming, man. I got them. Wow. I got a lot of threats in the DMs from him. So
I do remember that, but I mean, he is a lawyer too. You never know if he wants to litigate. We'll see about that. Anyways,
yeah,
fourth quarter, hit that live under.
All right, so -6. That's about what we thought.
Yeah, roughly.
I don't think the Rams are the team that's going to make. Eventually, the Eagles are going to get a team that Hurts is going to have. Their passing game is going to have to be better, but this probably isn't the week.
Yeah, a lot of the Rams got a lot of pressure on Minnesota's O-line. Philly obviously is going to be a big step up in class for O-line. I am concerned about Hurts. I don't love the Eagles offense.
Yeah, I just don't think they're just not going to have to. He's not going to have to be good to beat the Rams, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
But
all right, Hitman. Good to see you, man. Watch that turtleneck. We'll catch you next time.
All right, later, guys.
All right, Hitman, everyone. Love doing the fourth quarters of Hitman. Cash a live under. Very rare cash for live bet here, but you got to give the guy credit. Showed up wearing a turtleneck, threw out a bet. He won. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. FanDuel posted Rams, Eagles, they're 6.5. Total 45.5 in that game. On the total front, it's right about where I have it. Honestly, I have it exactly at 45.5 on my first run. Tough markets next week, boys. We'll attack it in the props perspective. We'll get something going for props. Of course, this week, we're doing Thursday. Best bet show, just like last week. We'll run through every single game. We'll talk prop angles as well. Talk everything to do with these games. That's Thursday here on Forward Progress. Friday, Hitman live prop show. Saturday, going to be live for the night game. The night game is going to be Rams and Eagles. Is it? No, it's Lions Commanders Saturday night. So that's the first game we'll be live for. Live watch along Lions Commanders. That's 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll go live roughly 7:45. And then we'll be live Sunday. Of note, The Sunday game is 6:30 Eastern. We'll be live around 6:15 for that. Pizza buffet going to be Saturday again this week as well. So jam-packed week. If you're not subbed here on Forward Progress, make sure you're subbed. Make sure you set notifications. It's that easy. You'll know when we go live. You can watch. Simple as that. If you haven't smashed that like button, smash it on your way out the door as well. It does go a long way to people finding the content. Appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. Chat was hopping. Love that for these types of games, especially a game like this, which was over fairly early. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. For myself, Rob Pizzola, for Hitman, for Jeff Feinberg, for Clive Bixby, for producer Jizzy J, Jason Cooper. This has been another watch along right here on Forward Progress presented by FanDuel. Make sure you check out FanDuel if you haven't already. FanDuel.com/forwardprogress. Peace out, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night.